Avast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your infamous and deadly DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than a 5-year mission exploring new worlds and new civilizations to welcome you back to Scorched Grove and my Humblewood world for more of Monsters and Magic. Above me, I have me hearty crew, the sophisticated Karen Schlink, the simpatico Brendan Ellis, the sublime D-Rab himself, and the scintillating Daria Surname Redacted, who did most of our channel art, including our new Julio Pog emote. Check that one out, and the little pot friend emote in chat. So let's talk about these wonderful people, shall we? Brendan, who the absolute heck are you?
Well, I am Brendan Ellis. I'm currently Googling simpatico. Simpatico, okay. Which isn't going well for me. But I am an actor and director in Perth, and apparently simpatico is likable and easy to get on with. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's me.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Karen, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies, and I've completely forgotten what adjective I got today. Was it scintillating or sublime?
No, you were sublime. No, neither of you were them. You were sophisticated.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I am very sophisticated. So sophisticated that this week I injured my shoulder doing crochet. Fun times. I'm also a writer, a performer, a puppeteer. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother O Bunnies, or on Instagram as Miss Lola Moore. Or you can listen to my dulcet tones in the D&D podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the terrifying but sweet-natured Roland Westfall.
Yes. Cool. Thank you. Daria, who the absolute heck are you?
I'm Daria. I'm an artist. I play D&D here and on the Eldritch Scribe channel on Mondays. I did make the portraits for our characters and the emotes. I did not do the pot friend. Pot friend is a Twitch legend. Please don't assign that to me. He is most magical and not at all my child. But yes, I was suspicious. What was I?
Scintillating.
Whatever that is, I am that, yes.
Like really nice and pretty, I think. Something along those lines.
Aww,
yeah,
dazzling.
Thank you. I will send over the PayPal. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Dan, who the absolute heck are you?
It's me. Hi, I'm Dan in the meat space, Dear in the cyberspace. I'm as sublime as a ice cream that's really good in the summertime while you're hot. And as well as kind of a good vibes, because I'm not really big on social media, so just stay cool, stay frosty, or appropriate for your weather.
Valid. Scintillating, sparkling or shining brightly, the scintillating sun. I think of the ocean in sunlight as scintillating. And Mesdames and Monsieur, Dames und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. And welcome to my channel, Scorched Grove, where we are a story-first D&D channel. We are from Australia, and we tell fun stories in a fun fantasy world where everything's made up and the dice definitely matter. You can find me in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Skern Felspar und his little dragon, Hrush. And also in the puppet show Pupperotica at Fringe World sometimes. I do some stuff. Hey Spina, nice to see you. Who else do we have in chat? Bishop Blood, good to see you. Yumi, nice to see you as well. And we've got a few others. I've seen some people. Yes, welcome all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. So, what the heck happened last time? Karen, actually, before we do that, Karen, can you tell me about the Ukrainian people?
I can indeed. So you may have heard, it's been on the news a bit, Ukraine is currently being invaded by Russia, which has unfortunately resulted in a lot of Ukrainians leaving Ukraine because it's full of bombs. And that's obviously a very difficult situation to be in. So if you follow the link in chat, it will take you across to the Emergency Action Appeal, which is a group of charities and not-for-profits that have banded together to form this alliance to try and help as many Ukrainian refugees as possible. The Australian government has pledged $2 million, and they have almost raised another $2 million themselves. So if you have any spare pennies rattling around your digital wallet, we would appreciate you chucking it over there.
Thank you very much. I would also remind our charming, friendly, and possibly even kid-safe, mother-approved audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the socials here in that link, and you can check out any episode you may have missed on our YouTube, and join us over on our Discord. That link should work. Made it a permalink. I'm good at job. We hope to see you there so you can chat with us and socialize and do all those fun things. So now we need to talk about what happened last time. Karen, could you give us a quick recap?
Yes, I have the Red Book of Remembering. And essentially last week we picked up at the end of our little battle with the group of cultists and gang members who were trying to open a portal to the Fire Dimension, which is understandably not great. And Ereq and Bennick did decide to go on a quick little trip to the Fire Dimension. Unfortunately, they came almost straight back before Kesh nearly died of stress. So we interrogate Magpie Lady, who is like a bit helpful, but not super helpful. But yeah, they wanted to capture me and kill the rest of you. So it sucks for you guys.
Sure.
We kind of searched them. We found the spell scroll about how to open the portal, but it's mostly blank because it's being used. Our magpie captive tried to make an escape attempt and we had to knock her out, but being very nice people, we didn't kill her. We just left her there unconscious with a note saying, "We don't ever want to see you again. We might kill you if we do." And Julio left a hash brown to sweeten the deal, so to speak. And then we went to
19 on their persuasion dice. As well.
The very
Important
persuasive
note.
And hash brown. But I always find hash browns persuasive. So. We then went to suss out this fort that the people are supposedly being keeping prisoner in, including, as we have just discovered, Riffin, who's something of a hero. So we can't imagine he was terribly happy about being taken captive by this cult-ish group of crazy people.
Yes.
And we spent some time watching it, working out. Julio works out he could totally just jump over the wall because he's that bouncy, which is pretty epic, really. The rest of us have to find another way in. After much toing and froing, we eventually remembered that they wanted to capture Kesh, so they can totally just pretend to be cultists / gang members and just take me on in there. So we decided to do that the next morning and see if we can release the prisoners and, I don't know, maybe burn the place to the ground. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. And we found a cave to hide in nearby, or I should say I did. Kesh did, because she's so great in nature and junk.
She is.
And we got most of a good night's sleep, but we eventually awoke to the sound of a patrol sneaking past, very confident that there would be no one out here to bother them. And unfortunately for them, we're out here to bother them. And I believe we finished the session just as Julio tried to shoot one of them.
Very well. Augustus Frogbottom says, when enough money is donated, I'll get another crate of young Ukrainian husbands sent over. The last ones didn't cook or clean at all. They just play FIFA and tie up my PlayStation all day. Most of them act out in school too. I'm so constantly having to go to husband-teacher conferences that it's embarrassing for everyone. Welcome, Augustus. And good to see you, Castellan, as well. Thank you for joining us. Well, mateys, may your disguises fit you properly and none of your loose ends come back to stab Julio in the neck as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood.
How scarily specific, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah,
I warned you.
No, it's just one of his typical general warnings.
Normal. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not because you stabbed her in the neck while apologizing.
Sure. Of course not.
When he was
This is what
slitting
called-
the sleep artery.
Yeah, this is what we call gaslighting.
Yeah.
People are saying that this is
No
actually
idea
normal.
what you're talking
Okay.
about. No idea what you're talking about at all. So, we rejoin our adventurers just as Julio looses an arrow at an unsuspecting group of thug bandit people from the Breakers gang members, probably. That would probably be the best way to put them, who are apparently on a patrol. There are 5, and they are completely unaware of your presence for the next, quarter of a second. So I will give each of you an action before we roll initiative. This is functionally a surprise round. Sneak attack is definitely a thing here. It's one of those common English sayings is all. That's it. Yes, Julio, Dario, you've just never experienced this. It's very common. Everybody
yes,
says
my
it.
silly foreigner brain, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, there you go. Alrighty, so Julio, make me an attack roll. To start us off, definitely with sneak attack.
Well, if I hit, here I was talking big game about killing those guys. Let's hope I
Advantage
hit.
for
You do have, you would
I
have
do?
advantage.
Oh yes, thank
I
you.
think so because
Thank
you're
you.
I
attacking them
don't fucking
unawares.
know.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Okay, okay, one of them is a 1, but another is good. Okay, so that's 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Yes, that does beat their armor class. Yes, absolutely. You hit. Roll me
Great.
some damage.
The good
Also,
start.
which one am I attacking?
don't
Are
know,
they
which
like
one?
all?
They're all.
Well,
They're in a line. One is a bird folk. The other 4 are humble. There
I know
are
one-
2 Mapatch, a Servan, so 2 raccoon folk, a Servan, a deer folk, and a Gerbine, a mouse folk.
oh, there's a Jovine. Very convenient for me. But I will attack
Why?
the bird folk one.
Okay, right.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
No.
I will attack the bird folk one
You shoot the
so
bird
that
folk.
if he decides to flee, I cannot catch them. So
Right.
that therefore
Okay.
they have to die first.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So you
don't
shoot
feel
the
like
bird
Julio's
folk.
gonna roll to seduce the Gerbine shortly.
Don't spoil it.
So an 8 plus 15 sneak attack.
Plus 15,
So
yes, sir.
23 to the bird folk one. That's painful. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same as the hit. Pretty nice.
There you go. Very nice. That's some pleasant symmetry. Alrighty. Who else does stuff? Or is there a
Symmetry of
particular order
death.
here. Bennick was also keen to murder somebody. He hasn't done that in a while. All right, Bennick.
Oh, also,
It's a
can
good
I
way
run
to start
closer
the
to
morning.
Yeah. Death for breakfast. Little pots of toasted death.
Alright, so me now to
Attack
attack
roll.
them.
Yes. Who are you aiming at?
Best strategy from a warfare class is to focus the one person at a time.
Okay.
So the same as
So Julio mutters the bird.
Yes. Oh, also
Yes.
23.
Another 23. We're getting a lot of these today. I hope this has not set a trend
I cannot get to 23, unfortunately.
for damage.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Longbow, 12.
12.
12 is almost exactly half of 23, and it's still a lot.
It's close.
Aiming at the bird folk, which, where do you hit it? This kills it. How do you do this?
Where does I need to know where Julio
Yeah,
fired
Julio, where did your arrow hit him?
his.
Specifically, I wanted to stop them from running away from the massacre. I mean, from the sudden attack. So I was focusing on the joint of one of the wings.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like to pin them.
My elbow,
yeah.
and then my
Yes.
neck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure, the vocal cord to stop any screaming.
Right,
from happening.
right.
Oh, can't run, can't scream. We are such good guys.
Yeah. This is how you play an evil party. Okay. So yes, the two,
Don't look
the
at
sweetie
my
who was
alarm.
arguing to murder the person and the sweetie who was arguing to not murder the person yesterday.
Teamwork.
Teamwork, and in fairness to Julio, didn't kill somebody. It was Bennick. Bennick killed somebody. So this is a raptor. They look like actually an eagle, sort of a desert eagle. They have that sort of colored plumage. One in the wing in the right elbow, and then in the other just sort of takes them in the neck, and they just feathered there and go down and squawk. Kesh, Ereq.
Being a wildfire druid, it is pertinent for me to know, what's the terrain? Are there lots of trees and burning things, or things that could burn?
Not a lot. There's grass and stuff, but you're in hilly, pretty non-tree filled terrain.
Okay,
Filled. Good word use, Josh. I'm much good at English. Very well.
so if I used fire spells, we wouldn't inadvertently send smoke
Not a
signals
massive
to the
fire,
camp?
no. Not necessarily. And you're a decent distance.
Okay,
There's at least
brilliant.
a couple of hills.
Cool. Okay. In that case, I am going to put my hands forward and kind of shape something and then send through a flaming sphere.
Oh, good.
On the far end of the group.
Right. This would be the rear is brought up by a larger servant man with a broad rack of antlers, who looks like he was the one who was moaning. He was grumbling. I was like, I don't understand why we have to do this. It's stupid. It's no one out here. That's how he sounds as well. He sounds like an angry 13-year-old. I hate this place.
Aww.
I'll give you something to moan about.
Yeah, he is currently receiving some friendly violence.
Yes, so I make the sphere appear behind him, and then I use my bonus action to ram him in the patootie. He makes a dexterity saving throw.
Does he now? Okay. In which case, Augustus Frogbottom, would you do me the immense favor of typing !roll space 20 in chat to see how this guy does? Because his dex is 0. So basically it's a flat roll. There's no one here. Let's move and have it. No one lets me have a turn playing FIFA. No, space. Roll space 20.
There's a gap between the roll and the 20.
Yes.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Otherwise, completely correct. No. Just a
Almost.
space bar.
You get it.
There you go. 14.
He got us. That was a
14.
good troll move.
Nice.
Thank you, man.
We know you're busy wrangling all those
What's
Ukrainian
Ereq's
husbands.
spell save DC?
15.
Hey!
Hey.
So thank you for that.
No! Damn it.
So that is
my
8
guy.
fire damage.
8 fire damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Servant Boy takes 8. And there is now fire on him, like a ball of fire that's like
adjacent to
sitting on
him.
it. There's a fire adjacent. Okay.
Yeah. Any enemies who end their turn next to the giant ball of fire take damage, and I can use my bonus action on subsequent turns.
It is entirely possible to put this next to 2 people. I don't know if that matters to you. Like in between him and one of the others.
Yeah, I would do that. I don't know if I can ram more than one. It's up to you, but I'll definitely
No,
put it.
I'd say not, but you can definitely sort of have it end up between him and and another guy.
Great.
The map
Yeah,
hatch
I'll
in front of him, he was
snooker
talking
it.
to. Yeah.
I'll have it ram him and then kind of land adjacent to him and someone else. Yeah.
Delightful. Okay. Great. You do that. But it only damages one of them, right? Because they have to end their turn next to it.
Yeah.
Or begin their turn next to it. Is it begin or end?
End.
End. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right. Okay. So, Kesh.
Yes. Using my, incredible sense of nature and survival, which one of these guys would run the fastest?
Probably one of the servant. Although Jabina pretty nippy. But
Well, the
Jabina,
servant's at the rear, so
there's
he'd be
2 though.
close.
There's one at the front, one at the rear.
Right.
The
Well, if
Birdfoot
I've
would
just-
probably have been the fastest, so they're down. The rest
Right,
of
cool.
them probably couldn't outrun Julio or Bennett with haste on him.
Right. Cool. Well, I'll shoot the other servant then.
The other servant. Excellent.
The other
Okay. Do so. And out
In
of
fact, I'm going
curiosity-
to put Hunter's Mark on him, and then I'm going to shoot him.
Very well, you do that.
I fire,
Shoot him!
and I
Oh.
crit fail.
You miss! Which is pretty impressive, because their AC isn't great. But a 1 is a miss, I'm afraid. Yeah, never mind. Out of curiosity, what kind of damage was it?
It was going to be fire damage,
Yeah.
I like to coordinate, with my team members. So, like, aesthetically, the attack kind of has the right
Fire. Well, so the fire appeared in one side, like behind them, and also there's a fiery arrow shoots in front of them. So you did coordinate, possibly too much. You actually need to be hitting him. The arrow can't bend around and smack him.
Oh,
Anyway,
damn, I haven't
let's
learned
roll
to curve my arrows yet,
initiative.
Don't you have a second attack?
Yeah.
Oh
Can I
yeah,
just have
another
2
shot.
shots?
I do get another shot.
Let's try it again then.
Let's try this again.
That's a crit.
Nice.
Nat 20s in chat.
The first one was a fake out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So still fire damage, presumably.
Yes. So
Roll me some crit damage with the doubling of the Hunter's Mark damage as well. This could be a lot. This could be like Julio numbers.
This could be like a one-shot
That's
kill.
20.
That Hunter's mark.
So
That's-
20 from the crit, and
And then
then
the hunter's mark.
the hunter's mark.
Max this out, Karen. Come on.
I think it's just 1d6. Yeah, it's just 1d6.
No, it's 2d6 because you crit.
Oh, I do apologize. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
9. So
Oh,
damn close to
Very
max
close.
damage.
Very
damn
close to just straight up killing him as well, actually. This guy
Nice.
takes a flaming arrow in the neck and sort of... Oh, but it's not quite like, ow, ow, ow. Like, he can't shout anymore, but he can still make noises. I'm like, ow, ow, guys.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, 29 points of damage from a single shot. Okay, let's roll initiative.
I
Would
think that
somebody
makes
in
up
chat
for
do
the-
me the favor of rolling initiative for me? For these guys, not Augustus. How about Bishop Blood? Because Augustus has rolled already.
Oh,
Roll for
nice,
initiative.
Julio.
Oh, terrible. That's fine. For
So
me.
Julio gets a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Kesh
Julio is like, that makes sense, really, because Julio was the first to
12.
fight.
got a 12.
Yep.
Yes.
Ereq got a 7. It's not so grand.
It's
Tony
okay.
Carlstorm,
I'm the
welcome.
healer.
Bishop got a 9, so the audience rolls a 9 for these guys. They'll all go at the same time because they all have the same stats. So the dudes got a 9, and
Dudes.
Ereq.
Dudes.
No, Bennick.
Sick, bro.
How did
I
Bennick
have
do?
11.
11.
Go
Okay, that's
11
good. Tony Carlstorm, hi! Nice to meet you. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you enjoy yourself. We are playing a little bit of D&D in the Humblewood setting by the Hit Point Press. I also need to shout out our music is provided by Sirenscape. Sirenscape.com. Check it out. It's very, very useful for your D&D games. Anyway, yes, so, Julio, you get another shot. Or you can run out and stab some guys. I don't know.
Oh,
Your
you
call.
know I'm running in. Of course, of course. I
Yes,
just
the
drop the
Lowest
bow.
hit point party person. Yep, let's do that.
Yes, and I get in with my rapier and with my
Concealed
dagger.
position. Yep,
Oh.
off you go.
Actually, I'm gonna use that hidden blade.
Heck yeah, you
A
are.
little bit of a yes. So I will run in.
Uh-huh.
I will try. So are the wounded servant that
Mhm.
got 29 to the face and Jabin anywhere close to each other?
Yes, they are next to each other.
Beautiful. So I'm
The
running
champion
in.
is like, Ereq, are you okay?
Oh no, what a
His name
common
is
name.
Ereq.
Spelled with an I. I-C. E-R-I-C,
Okay.
the traditional way.
Okay.
It's not Ereq.
Cash,
Sure.
Cash is still alive.
Yeah, Kesh, Ereq, Julius, they're all here.
Julius.
And Den.
Dan. Bennett. It's Bennett.
Bennett. Yeah, it's Bennett.
Yes. Okay, so I'm running in and I want to attack the Jabin and then offhand attack at the wounded guy.
Unfortunately, Tony Carlstorm, we are not European D&D game. We are Australian. But welcome from Sweden as well. I would recommend if you want a Swedish D&D streamer, check out Ardana. But Ardana often streams at our time slot as well. Julio, how'd you do? Ooh,
I did pretty badly.
Nat
Thanks for
one's in
asking, yes.
chat. Thank you
Okay,
for the follow,
is-
Tony Carlstorm.
Is the Jabin like a beautiful rogue woman? Because that would
Oh.
explain it.
She is now. You're distracted. You've only got one eye as well, so you're like, oh, hello.
Yes. Okay, with the second I'll try to attack the servant.
Yes, Tony
Dagger.
Carlstorm, if we do swear, that's why.
15.
Just want to throw out, I think it's Carlstrom.
Carl Strum. Apologies.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's my dyslexia. Yeah, I dead set was reading Storm. Carl Strum, yes. His name's Ereq, and when he's not being nefarious in the forest, he's a loving father of 3. Their mum died last winter. He also likes to read stories to sick children at the local orphanage. You monster. Can't read it anymore.
I think
Even if
it's
he
great.
survives, it's like, and then they went into the little
Yeah.
cottage to see their grandmother with the arrow still sticking out. Okay, so...
But it's
Julio-
okay because we're the good guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're the
Julio,
good guys,
you
therefore
do
the
have a
skills,
bonus
they will
action.
not miss him. Yes, and I've attacked with 15.
Oh. That hits.
Did I hit? Oh, beautiful. So with my
Who are you
one
aiming at?
eye, I missed the Jarbine. I'm like, well,
Stab
I'm
the
sorry,
servant.
and I just not looking, attack with a hidden blade the guy behind me, like.
You just like, are you okay? Just rubbing his back, like it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I will put my sneak attack in it just to be sure.
You didn't need to, but yes, he dies. How do you?
Well, listen.
How do you do
He's a father of 3, right? I have to make sure that he does not suffer too much. So I do it very quickly, right in the middle of his neck, like.
And the blade comes through and dislodges the flaming arrow. And I mean, I love this because you are so much shorter than he is. You would have to like climb his back to do so.
I'm very jumpy. I jump up and in slow-mo, like Matrix. And because there was flame there, it's cauterized. So we're actually being very, very good here. Right?
Yes.
Learned
That's my
so
turn.
much about your country.
Hey, I mean, I want to say don't bash, but honestly, at this point,
Augustus Frogbottom, you say orphanage, but I hear XP. Julio Switchgear.
is that fucking Star Wars man saying that? 'Cause that's
Star
what that
Wars
was.
man.
That's my only takeaway from the Star Wars. Okay.
Oh,
The
Darth Vader?
Yes.
Went to.
Oh, Anakin, yeah.
Yeah.
The Star Wars man. Yeah.
Okay, Kesh, it's your turn. Julio just kill stole.
Well, so who's still
secured.
alive? So the other servant is still alive?
Oh, everybody else is perfectly fine except the other servant who has a roasted backside.
Well, I feel like it would
Patootie,
only
I
be
think it
fair
was.
to move my
Patootie.
hunter's mark to the other servant
Very
and
well.
shoot
That's the
him.
real
That is
term.
your bonus action to move the hunter's mark to the next person and shoot him.
Or hum.
Are you hiding still?
Yeah, I'm shooting
Noted.
from cover.
16 hits.
Yay! Some damage. 13.
For 13 damage. It's a good start. Well, it's a good
plus
continuance.
hunter's mark.
Oh, yeah. Another d6.
3. 16.
16. Added to the 8 he already took is 24. Second shot.
It's like a sneeze away. I feel it.
Yeah.
15 on the dice. 24 total. I feel like that hits.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Where are you shooting him?
Look, I shot the other
max
guy in the
damage.
neck.
All right,
so,
Cash, how do you do this? Where do your
Yeah,
arrows
through
go?
the throat.
He's a bit on fire. Yeah, through the neck again.
Yeah, through the neck. You know, I
throat.
don't discriminate against the two servants. Both got shot through the neck.
We have a personal vendetta against throats. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
You
Don't
and
want them
throats.
to scram. No scram.
This
A
is the
throat murdered my mother,
anti-throat
so you
party. Okay, Kesh, you did that. It's now Bennick's turn.
Oh man.
Then it will be the dudes and then Ereq.
I'm
When I say
trying
the
not
dudes,
to
I
get.
mean an attractive Jerbine woman and a map badge.
Thank you. I don't know why I say thank you. We're about to kill her. Never mind.
We can always take her
Blood
captive and you can
added
try to
the
use the power of
larynx
Stockholm
collection.
syndrome.
Yeah, I can always let her go into the sunset, like I always do.
Yeah, with all of
Uh,
your stolen lady friends.
I'm gonna create some
They're
mood
borrowed,
lighting
not
on
stolen.
top of the fire sphere that's happening for Julio by
In the
casting.
dawn light.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
by casting create bonfire on hold on, I have to roll an
The map
insight
badge or the
check just for
Jerbine?
myself, just to see whether I would pick the Jerbine to just immediately be on fire.
You enjoy the taste of cooked Jerbine as well.
I mean, that depends on the Jerbine,
No,
It is
please.
breakfast time.
It is
I will
breakfast.
shoot not the Jerbine because I recognize there might be some hope there.
Dungeon King! Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Good to see you.
Create a bonfire.
please do. So it's a dex save?
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, Dojan King, would you do me the immense favor of rolling exclamation mark roll space, as in spacebar 20 in chat?
What are we aiming for, Dan?
It's, I think, 14?
Yes, that's
Your
correct.
DC is 14. So we need 13 or lower.
13
Yeah.
or lower, Dojan. It's dex. No, there's a space between the roll and the 20.
Oh, the music is just...
Tense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, does this bonfire appear on their throat? An 8!
I'd love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it
Tiny
just
bonfire right here. Is it the Gerbine or the map hatch?
the map hatch.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin the moment, but maybe it creates some backlighting for the Jerby.
Not on Ereq's firstborn son, who is attending Take Your Bandit Son to Work Day.
Oh no!
Augustus, you're always a joy to have in chat. Thank you.
Everyone we kill has a rich backstory.
Using
Yes.
that.
Yeah, they all
Oh.
lived rich lives.
They did. So 10
Until
points
they
of fire
don't,
damage to
because
the map
they met
hatch,
us.
and the map hatch is like, what the hell? And it's going to, I think the map hatch is going to begin this by attacking Julio because he can't see anybody else. Yeah.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Valid.
Well.
Alrighty.
I'm
Well,
trying not to
Tony,
get blood on
thank
me,
you for
so I'm
joining
sorry.
us. Enjoy your lurk. Exclamation mark lurks in chat. Alright, so these guys have multi-attack. So he's going to draw a mace from a loop on his belt
oh no.
and make 2 mace attacks at you. A natural
like
1,
that.
natural 1, and
Like
an
that.
18 on the dice, which probably hits.
Well, is the modifier -2 is my question.
No, it's plus.
Okay, then yes, it hurts.
+2, +4. He is quite strong.
I want to fight more enemies with negative modifiers on their primary attacks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Julio,
honestly,
you
I
take
would love
6
that.
damage. Now, Julio, I will allow you to do or say a single sentence or thing to
Before I die?
dissuade this woman from attacking you if you want to try to do that.
You mean the Gerbine?
Yes. The Gerbine woman.
Of course, I would love to do that. The only problem is, the only thought in my head is, so please don't kill me. But I don't think that's gonna work.
That would be with
So I'm
disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll think of something else. How about? Okay. Julio is putting his best, like, big eyes on display. Big
Single eye.
on display.
Takes the eye patch off. Empty hole in the skull.
Yes, and can he use Thieves' Cant to like signify he's one of us, one of them? So
Yeah.
I would use.
You're not okay.
Cant.
Sure. All right. And what
To-
would you
to-
say in
to-
Thieves' Cant?
I would say. We're only doing this because we have to save our friends inside. Put your weapons down and we'll spare you.
Okay.
I also have a hash brown.
How do you say that in Thieves' Cant? All right.
It's just like by the ocean, the stars stir, and we're like, what?
Spina,
Yes, the stars are stirred by hash browns. Yes.
Spina, can you roll me a 20, a D20 in chat, please? Exclamation mark roll space 20. Julio, this will be the DC.
Okay. So what's the DC for us?
Yes,
It's not, a nice 2. A nice 2 would be great.
Something low. This is a persuasion check, I would say, unless you're going to make an
Sounds
argument for something
rough.
else.
Well, I'd love a sneak check, but you know.
No, you have to
I
be
don't think that's
seen to
gonna
do
work.
this. Yeah, in Thieves' Cant it comes out as a rap.
Oh, I'd love that. So what's my DC? What are we hitting?
All right, bring it on, Spina. Or someone else.
First come, first serve.
Someone who's good at rolling low.
Yeah. Not
Nice.
Omi.
Oh, this is so stressful.
Getting ready to roll it. I'm just gonna roll these. Oh, you're really lucky I didn't roll it. Hey, nat 20!
Why?
Because what you said is not going to convince her not to kill you, which is really funny because I also rolled a nat 20. So when she attacks you twice, she gets a 13 and a 24.
Well, hold on. What if I try to roll persuasion and I roll a 20, huh? How about that?
All right,
Did I consider that?
roll a persuasion
Thank
check.
you.
Come on then, bring it.
Yes, I will.
The DC is 20.
I am here for the lottery.
You roll a nat 20, I'll give it to you.
So close.
Oh, that is rough.
Oh, that's
Nope, she stabs
painful.
you for critical damage. For 9 points of damage.
Okay. Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, they even had advantage on their attack rolls. Never mind.
Did the map patch? Surely the map patch moved out of the fire of fireness.
Oh yeah, he did.
Great. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah,
No, he didn't say it. No.
Also, look
Till
at
the end
this.
of my
Look at
turn.
this.
Yes.
Spina rolled and rolled a 19. Spina, where were you like 5 minutes ago?
Oh.
Okay, this
It's a
is
shame. It's a shame.
painful.
Persuasion. Oh yeah. No, we don't want Spina to make this persuasion check. With a natural 20, I replied that the in Thieves' Cant this rap that makes you feel very badly about your whack rhymes. Yeah, she is dismissive of you, Julio. She's just like, no, you
Just
stab
like my mom.
friends. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. It's now Bennick's, not Bennick's, Ereq's turn.
Did the map patch go and move out of my fire?
He did move out of your fire.
Yeah.
He was like, ah! But he
Great.
was very fixated on stabbing Julio, who is
Cool.
the only person they're aware of. They're assuming other arrows.
Yeah. That's cool. I am going to use my action to cast Thorn Whip against the person furthest away.
Probably be the Mavach.
Great. Let's do that. Oh yeah, that's a dirty 20, baby.
Filthy 20. Yep, hits.
Nasty.
That's 10 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And they get pulled 20 feet towards us.
Oh wow. Cool.
Into my fire?
What is the range of Thorn Whip?
30 feet. So I might need to get a bit closer.
No, I'd say they're 30 feet away, but they are now at the mouth of the cave that they didn't know about.
Do they get my reaction attack if they
No,
pass me?
it's forced
Oh,
movement.
no.
You don't get a chance. He just gets whipped past.
It's just a bit unfair. It's a little unsporting to, yeah.
Did Ereq whip into my bonfire that they left?
No.
Was
Oh, that was it. So yeah, this one's already taken quite a lot of being on fire damage. No, because
Right.
that one was the one you cast it on, Bennick. So he already had to move to get out of that as well. So yeah, he was getting away from quite a bit of fire.
Very well.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now with my bonus action, I'm going to move my ball of fire to snooker this one in the patootie, in the hiney this
The
time.
hiney. Oh, you're aiming for the hiney. Is that
Wow.
slightly higher or lower?
It's higher because
Yeah.
the word high is in
Yeah,
the word.
makes sense. Yeah, I was going to say that too for exactly the same reason. All right, roll me the damage. Is it Dex save again?
There.
It's a dex save.
Alrighty, Dojin King, can we get another D20 in chat, please?
I don't feel like Ereq is being a very team member-ish person right now because
What do you mean?
all of us are like aiming for the throats and he's into the ass now. I
It's
don't.
just too large. The flaming spear is too large.
Yeah, you can't cram a massive flaming sphere down someone's throat.
An
Okay,
11
I
on the dice
understand.
means that he takes the fall from the flaming spear up the hiney. Unpleasant.
Not up the hiney. It's like
Oh, it is
burning
now.
the seat of his pants.
You know what? I choose to believe that this is still the continuation of the tail kink Ereq is on right now. I choose to
Oh,
believe that's
no.
why. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
No, he's trying to emulate you, but he's starting from the other end and work its way up to the larynx from the back.
To be fair, I didn't say this, but the thorn whip was around the throat.
Okay, good. So you stuck him in the
Good
throat with
save.
some thorns. So, and gets dragged over, and then fire
it's
at
like
the
a
bottom.
choking kink.
Noted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Julio, it's your turn.
And sorry, I want to kind of leave.
Oh, I'm sorry, there was more.
Sorry, I just want to leave the flaming sphere kind of in front of the entrance to dissuade other people from
I
coming
don't
near.
think they need a different target. They've got a perfectly serviceable Gerbine out there to stab a bunch. Julio,
Okay.
it's your turn. She is pretty much uninjured. In fact, she's uninjured.
Yeah, she's an agent. Do I have anyone else?
No, the other one
around?
got dragged away from you and is now very much on
Oh,
fire.
okay. So I have only one.
Yeah, it's you v
Person.
her. And she's been like,
Yes.
no, dude, your rap is whack, bro.
Yes. Your rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm so
I don't pay a
confused.
dime
And
for
hip
those
and with the
rhymes.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the shit. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna make
Do
my
not apologize.
rapier.
You rapier
Rapier
her.
attack.
22.
22.
Oh no, that doesn't hit.
And how dare?
Oh,
So
For 20
that's,
damage and a sneak attack.
21.
21. Very well. 21. You do 21
Is she
damage
still
to a
up?
perfectly unharmed. Yeah, she's still up. Yes, she's still
Oh,
up.
hidden blade time.
Yeah. She's like, oh no, I know the one about your right arm. From the left arm.
Yes. So that's 18 to hit.
18. Does hit. The 11 on the dice
It's
was
a
enough.
6.
A 6. 27 all up. Which is the same amount of damage as the other one is on now. They're both still up. Kesh. Finish him.
I shoot him.
Which one?
Oh,
The near one or the far one?
look, the near one's a bigger threat to me, so I'll shoot the near one.
There is a fellow Mapatch or a Gerbine that Julio is apparently seeing to.
Look, I'm sure Julio can handle the Jabine, so.
Yeah. Alright. Basically,
I fire.
you have to hit.
I crit fail.
You do not.
Oh.
A 10? A 10 hits?
A 10 does not hit.
Well, I'll shoot again. 23 that time.
Does hit. Does hit. Out of mild curiosity, and it probably doesn't matter, do you use your bonus action to move your Hunter's Mark to one of them?
Yes, I do.
Okay, which one?
The one I just shot.
Very well. You do that for 9 damage, plus the
Plus
yeah,
6. 13.
Kesh, it's taken 40 points of damage. How do you do the on-fire guy to death? So I
Through the
imagine the
neck.
first one just went straight past his neck.
It
he
like
goes
did that
like,
thing
"Ah,
that like
ah,
it cuts a hair as it goes past.
ooh.
I gave him a close shave,
Right.
and then the next one.
Yeah, we zoom
Shot.
in and goes slow motion. Sing! And just a single
You see the hair like puff away, and then the next one like slams in. It really is good that I get to shoot twice, given
It
how
is.
much I've been failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit, and this person is killed. You didn't kill them, they die. And now it's Ereq's. It's Bennick's turn.
That's me.
And there's only one left.
I guess love is not in the air today.
But arrows are.
I will shoot with arrow.
Shoot him! Her. Shoot her.
12.
12.
I doubt.
Does.
X to doubt. What?
Nice.
Bennick, how do you do this?
Oh, max damage.
Max damage, yeah. 40 points of damage has been done to this poor woman.
Oh, nice.
Who was minding her own business, thinking about how nice it'll be to get back to her new baby, which she left at home with its father.
Sure.
They're happily married. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad. I just shoot her in the heart, I guess.
Not the throat?
No, because there was some heartbreak happening.
She already
wants
broke
to know
Julio's.
what
Yeah.
it felt like.
You do that, she dies. And we are out of combat now. Good job, I guess. They're dead now. Well done. She was about to get another go, but she didn't get another go.
Too slow.
Too slow.
She should have given in to Julio's charms.
Should have. She's rethinking it now, but she was like, there's a ring on her finger.
She's rethinking it now? Damn.
In the afterlife.
Just sitting in the afterlife. Ah, really should have flirted with that guy. Maybe he wouldn't have stabbed me to death.
But now I'm dead. So
Yes,
happy.
yes, she should. She's like, that's victim blaming 101 right there. It's like, you really should have flirted me because now you're dead.
It's like, oh,
no.
you
Oh
don't
my
give me
God.
hope that we'll have a romantic relationship. I guess you're just gonna die.
But now she's a
Swear.
ghost. She can get all the ghost strange that she wants.
That's true. I
We
hadn't thought
swear
about
we're the
that at all.
heroes. We're not toxic.
Ghost
Probably a-
adultery in my D&D?
It's more likely than you think.
That's what we're all about here.
There's a lot of adultery on the
Ghost
plane
adultery.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Well done, everyone. For some reason, I'm blushing. How is everyone? Anyone need a bit of a top up?
of death. Julio's fine.
Alright, let's clean up.
Hey, I'm actually quite hurt. Thank you very much. But if we take a bit of a breather, I can, patch up, and I might take her outfit and be very inconspicuous.
Great. Okay, arrest it is then.
Well, Kesh,
I would like to search the corpses, please.
please do. While you do so, make an intelligence check. Kesh and Bennick, I think.
Okay.
Because they're the ones who
I will
didn't
help
express an
Kesh.
Opposite opinion.
I will help Kesh with an investigation.
All right. Ian,
Kesh's
I
investigation was
investigated
pretty good.
was
Intelligence.
16.
Yes. A
and
16 investigation.
and 12 intelligence check.
Okay.
These guys were on patrol. They will be missed eventually.
Natural one, like sure it's murder.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
whatever. Okay,
That's
so maybe we
Kesh.
shouldn't
Kesh
take
got that.
rest.
Guys, I'm gonna put it out here that someone's gonna notice these guys have gone, so maybe we should hide them in the cave.
Yeah, I'm already moving bodies. I put my mitts on, like
Yep.
It's our third
I'm getting
crit
the-
fail today.
The dead young mama a little less clothed than she was before.
You're
I'm
stripping her
taking-
naked.
Not naked. I assume she has some underwear. I'm
Yeah.
giving that to her.
Okay.
I'll take
Sorry.
the
Leave her
ring.
in a skivvy.
Do you put her in your clothes, or are you keeping your clothes?
My clothes are staying on. I just want to like
So wait, you're stripping her
Conceal.
nearly naked for almost no reason.
no, I just want she's Jabin, I'm Jabin. We're same size. I will masquerade as one of the breakers when we come
Okay.
in.
All right. Okay.
She's cosplaying. Julio is cosplaying as a dead Jabin mum.
I'm gonna go out there and say that this is attire fit for a lady bandit.
Oh well, hello. My name's Mary.
Excellent.
Great.
You did exactly what I hoped you
Oh.
would do, Julio. Like it.
Are we planning on using this cave again? Cause I'm just gonna stack them in there for somebody else to find.
In case anyone else is hungry.
While you're doing that, Julio, come here if
Alright.
you're done.
Kesh, you find on the bodies a sum total of 23 gold pieces. The bird folk had a small symbol of Titan around their neck. Like a little
I
prayer charm.
obviously wait for Kesh to. Once Kesh gives the all clear that this body has been checked, then I move them.
3 of them have heavy crossbows, the others have maces. They're all reasonably well made, but they're pretty stock standard stuff, nothing special about them. None of them are wearing anything beyond light armor, leather armor. So nothing of any significant value other than the gold in their pockets, which isn't even that much.
Do you mean Kesh out of the equation, how much do like Bennick and Julio look like they could pass for like gang members who are working for the cult?
Well, you know that Bennick is quite famous.
Right.
And an unusual kind of raptor as well.
Distinctive, one might say.
You might say distinctive. Ereq, on the other hand, definitely could pass for a member of the cult. And you know that there is, but you do know that there is cult members where you are planning to try and infiltrate. And I believe the plan was that Bennick was going to be Bennick.
Yeah, the plan was that both of us were going to be us.
Cool.
Oh, you're going to be Ereq as well. You're not going to... But are you going to be Ereq, the cult member?
Yeah.
Right.
So this bird that was on patrol wasn't wearing cult robes?
He wasn't wearing cult robes. He's a breaker. He's one of the breaker gang. But he did have a birdfolk cult medallion.
I will give that to Bennick then. So
Chris
he may not be
Squidman, thank you very much for the follow as well. Excellent name. Solid work there. Enjoy.
So I'll give the Titan Charm to Bennick. So he'll like have like a little cult.
Ooh, good idea.
Nice.
Like he's not in the cult, but he respects their belief system.
In much, yes, that is a good inference. Yeah. Cool. You do that.
Okay. I have gone over to Julio. I have summoned Hope, and I tell her that I want her, when we go to the camp, I want her to be very intimidating to everyone else.
Could you describe Hope for me, please, for our new viewers?
So, Ereq has a red feather on his cheek, and he calls Hope, and the red drains towards the tip of the feather, and a small phoenix-looking fire elemental emerges from the feather on his face, and perches on his shoulder, and then maybe puffs up her chest a bit when he tells her to be more intimidating. Yes, very good. But for now, would you mind giving me a hand with Julio's wounds here? And she flutters around him, and Julio feels warm as I place a hand on one of his wounds, and I cast Cure Wounds, which heals for 7, plus another 6 because Hope is out. So 13 total.
Nice.
Thank you. Wow, I didn't know she could do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, it's amazing what fire can do to cauterize a wound, huh?
I would flavor this
Right.
like it very much does sear the wound closed. You're gonna have a decent scar, but that's cool. Girls like that, right?
But it's not. I want to say it's not painful.
No.
It's, yeah.
I know one thing. Girls love to leave me with scars, so we're almost there.
Okay.
But actually, hey Ereq, how do I look? And I twirl around in the lady's uniform. Oh, also, wait a sec. I take off my covering of my eye, and so Julio has a toupee, right? Even
Yeah.
in the art,
Right.
he's the only person with hair because it's fake. He has a toupee to
I did
look
wonder.
dashing.
I thought he just.
Oh, that's his toupee.
This is amazing.
And yes, and I will brush it like a woman's a curl of hair over the eye, so I'm
Right.
not like as conspicuous with my covering. I'm
Sure.
like a lady with like asymmetric cut of hair. And like, how do I look?
You look striking.
He's just looking at your tail.
No,
always.
no.
I mean, first.
Is this just because of the way that the tunic sits? Because if you like, we can just cut it so that you show off some of your very manly chest and you don't have to pretend to be a woman.
Well, yeah. how womanly? Like, is this a
It's
like
got a
a
skirt.
RPG style armor?
has a skirt.
with like cone boobs. Oh,
No.
okay.
No, it's leather
I think
pauldrons and like forearm greaves, shin vambraces rather, greaves and thigh protectors. But no, there's all leather. But no, there is no chest piece for it. It is, however, a dress.
I don't want to ruin your vibe. If you want to play this as a woman, then feel free.
Like,
I think you do it convincingly.
well, let's be honest. If you can't see the crotch, it's kind of hard to like know which sex a mouse is.
Yeah, Jobeans don't have breasts, so
And you know, this isn't the cartoons where they have like bigger eyelashes and a curly tail. So
And lipstick,
No,
yeah.
but my mustache are quite good actually. I work on them every morning. Never mind that. What I do this for is, of course, I'm going to be stealthing either way. But if I'm noticed, I shall look like that lady.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
silhouette
and-
is right.
Yes. Look, the silhouette, brilliant.
oh, I love him.
I'm still not interested, but thank you.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna. So you asked last week when you were interrogating Kiara, you asked her for a list of the captives that she took before she hunted you guys. I have that list. There were 6, including Riffin. The other 5 were a hedgehog person, who she had the impression was a blacksmith. It certainly was what he was doing at the time. He was a big dude, very muscular. Then there were a pair of Vulpin, foxfolk. She suspects was either a husband and wife or a man and his consort. Very wealthy. They were abducted from their home in Brackenmill. Then there was a really tall Gerbine, like weirdly, freakishly tall. Like Gerbine...
2 Gerbines in a coat.
Could be, except that it was definitely one Gerbine. She would describe it and you would imagine a kangaroo. She also had a foreign accent. She was pretty buff as well. The last one was a particularly hard nut to crack. A Mapatch, so a raccoon folk, scarred and vicious. He actually took out 2 of the crew before they managed to subdue him. Not a flamingo. No. Different person. There was, however, a kangaroo-looking person at the Avian. That Bennick would have noticed. She was one of the teachers at the Avian, was a kangaroo-looking Joby. This may or may not be that person.
I'll know when I see them.
Yes.
Look, hey!
So yeah, that was the list. There you go. So what do you do? What is the plan? And we
Well,
should put it into action.
once we kind of got the bodies hidden in the cave, we should probably eat some breakfast, fuel ourselves. And then I guess I better get arrested.
Very well. So the plan is Julio is going around the back. Mary is going to jump the fence and be like, you are probably not going to be able to communicate super well unless Bennick casts message to talk to Julio. But like just as a point. So the other 3 are going in the front pretending to be Ereq, the new cult member, and Bennick, the cult devotee, who have between them managed to capture and subdue Kesh Glitterweave, who they knew wanted to be, they were trying to catch, but they left the crew who helped subdue and capture Kesh behind because they know that the crew, the 6th Alley Gang, are not supposed to come to this place, nor do they know where it is. You are bringing her in to be imprisoned here, and Julio is going to jump the fence at the back. For what purpose?
I will stealthily follow the guys and like observe what's going on with them. If they're captured or if there is anything, I will come unlock and like I will be like the helping safety net for them.
Very well.
I want to remind us of our two objectives. The first one is to determine who these prisoners are and most likely rescue and free them. And the other one is to find any information we can on who is running this prison and who it's being funded by and sponsored by. So our cover is going to get the three of us into the prison pretty easily. While I would appreciate you keeping an ear out for if we need your support, I think that our presence will be the perfect cover for you to sneak into an office and to try and uncover some information.
Oh, interesting.
How do you
But
feel?
how are you going to? Well, sure, I can do that. I'm just worried. How are you going to get the people out of prison without me? Can you open locks?
Well, I think if you do that first,
Then come
kind of break into the office, see if you can find any official looking like documents, and then once you've done that, check the prison, and if we're still struggling to break out of there, help.
Okay.
And
so
if we've already gone, then just bounce over the back wall and be on your merry way, and we'll meet back here at the cave.
Mary Way, because my name is Mary now.
On your
Never mind.
merry way.
I shall look which building you are going to, and if I find the office, I come for the place where you went.
We think it's one of the stone buildings that has the prison in the bottom of it, and there's only two of those, so it shouldn't be too much of a...
Yeah, there's a lot more than two, I think.
There was 4 stone buildings, 2 wooden ones.
But we
I
did
thought it
see
was
the
the opposite.
building
I will put the map up.
that the cultists went into.
There is a map
rushed
of
into.
the...
There was like a little chapel-y thing that 2 of the leader-like people went into.
So that right there is the map. I don't know how well you can see the numbers on them, but there are 3 large buildings. They are all stone. There is also the 4th stone building is the top right. Number 4, they all have little red numbers on them. 5 and 6 are wooden with shingle roofs.
And which was the one? Sorry, I'm stuck in my Kesh voice. And which one was the one that the big leader guy and the cult lady went into?
Number
1, bottom left.
Number 1.
The built Strig
Yes.
was he came out of number 3.
Yes. Middle top.
So that's likely the prison.
Question: this Strig, did he wear the same uniform as the Breakers, or the
Yes.
same as the 6 allies?
They're not wearing uniforms per se, but they are all dressed in sort of similar garb, like light armor, casual street clothes. Not the 6 alley crew, in your experience, are dressed for stealth and, working quietly and undercover. These guys are not.
Okay.
In
These
fact,
guys are a hammer, not a knife.
Yes.
these guys, absolutely. And that's very much as what you know of their modus operandi is that, exactly. So, the entrance is at the bottom middle of the fortress. So I will move us along there unless there is anything else you want to do to prepare, such as...
Ereq, I think you planned to make me a bit more stealthy to make sure that I'm not caught.
Boom.
Yes, well...
And I was going to take the concealed knives because I'll have to be unarmed.
Yes.
And strap
yes,
them
yes.
to your shins. You
Yes.
can, I'm happy for Benek to be, or Ereq, to be carrying Kesh's weapons. Like, we captured her, we also took, and like, particularly her bow, it's a
Quite
fancy
distinctive.
magic bow. It's very distinctive, but it's also clearly magical. You wouldn't just leave that, you would take it with.
Does that need attunement?
To use, yes.
That bow? Okay.
Yes.
Like
In
you
that-
could fire it, but you're not going to get the bow.
You can fire it, yeah, you can make arrows come out of it, but you can't.
In that case,
magic.
I'll take it.
Very
I
well.
was just thinking that if it doesn't need attunement, then Benik might be able to use it for cool stuff. But that's right. I'll hold
Ereq.
into it then.
Ereq, make an Arcana check as you
Okay.
touch the bow.
14.
You attune to it.
Unbelievable. Hacks.
Wow.
Hope flares, and the fiery elements within the bow also flare in sympathy, in simpatico, if you will, with the bow and the fiery elements within your familiar. You are, while you hold it, attuned to it.
Am I also considered proficient with it?
Yeah.
Great.
But when you use it, it only fires fire arrows.
Fine.
You cannot attune to the necrotic element to it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, you can't make any cool mummies, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Does this flare up visually? Can everyone else see this happening?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Kesh would probably be watching, so Kesh definitely sees.
Wow. I think it likes you.
Yeah, well, I think it likes Hope.
Hope's pretty likable.
Hope does look at it and go, like, Hope is very interested in the fire fang that is one half of it.
Okay, we need to get moving then. Listen, Julio, I can help to make you a bit better with your sneaking, but I was planning to make myself better at dealing with people and intimidating people. And I can't do both of those at the same time. And I feel like you are so good at sneaking already that I would like to help you, but you don't need the help. And I really do need the help when it comes to talking to people.
I understand. And also, if I fail, that's only one person. If you fail, that's 3 people down. So I think that's a good choice.
Okay.
very
Thank you
noble of
for
you,
the
Julio.
pressure.
Do I still have to fucking call Griffin?
Yeah, we were going to send to him.
I
Why
just
don't we
wanted to
do that
check
on
because
the
I can
way?
probably only do that once.
Yes. Oh, did you put on
comfortably.
the rope, Ereq?
Yes, I'm doing that now.
Yeah. Ereq, do you make any modifications to this robe that is not quite really your size?
It's just a bit shorter than me, isn't it?
Well, it's like putting on a teenager's clothing. Like, be like me wearing clothes I had when I was 14.
Right. Okay.
So, like, you could probably
can you
get
like
into
the
them,
cool
but they're
thing?
clearly not the right size.
Can he like put it like partially on? You know, like
Or-
like you know when to put a coat on, but you can't button it up, so you just leave it open, like
Yeah.
Cool, but
like
can you
it's a
try
fashion
to-
choice as opposed to
Can you try to make them around the hips, maybe? You know, like half down. You know, like around the hips.
Oh, like how
Like
I
a
do.
jacket?
Okay. Do
Uniform
you want to help me
organization.
out? I get Julio's styling tips.
I have mending. Can I use mending to like rip it and like
To
Make it longer.
and sew it again to like make it fit better?
I will allow it cash because of not just mending, but also scroungecraft.
Oh yes, I do
Yo.
have scrounge
What's
craft.
that? What's that?
It is Mapatch special ability. They can just make stuff.
Yeah.
Non-magical stuff. Kesh, I will get you to make either deception or sleight of hand. To utilize mending and scroungecraft to basically make these bigger, utilizing also bits of cloth and fabric from the bodies.
Is it
Sorry, what were
possible
the
to
two
assist?
options? Sleight of hand or
Deception or sleight of hand.
Is it possible
sleight
to
of hand
assist
is
her?
better.
So what?
Can I assist her?
Yes.
With sleight of hand.
I'll allow it. If it's sleight of hand, then yes, you get advantage, Kesh.
Woo!
As
Come on.
Ereq did ask Julio to help with that. So
23.
23 is pretty good. Ereq, you now have a fully functional cult robe that is fitted to you. And Kesh, surprisingly well as well. Good job.
Thank you to the both of you. This, if it wasn't for the fact that this belongs to an insidious cult who is incredibly racist and against everything that I personally stand for, this would be quite a nice fit.
Oh, thank you.
Wow,
Okay.
that was very specific, huh?
It's oddly specific.
You kind of highlighted that part a little bit.
Oh, that reminds me, while I was being very still, I had more of a think about my plan, and the good news is, Julio, I can help both of us at once.
That is good. How are you going to do that?
By casting my spell at a higher level.
Oh, enhanceability at high level.
Yes.
Can it be two different abilities?
I think so. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature for each spell slot. It doesn't say
Doesn't
anything.
specify. I have no issue with that. I think it's cool. I approve.
That's cool.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
So it's a different
I like
way
it.
of improving your stealth, but it still works. Let's do that. So, Ereq, you're giving yourself a bonus to charisma.
Yes, so I'll wait until we're definitely ready to make this happen.
Yeah.
How far away are we from the fort?
About 15 minutes. You wanted to be far enough away that if a fight happened, you didn't want to be heard. You also didn't want to be, like, on their doorstep, so I figure a good kilometer.
Yeah. Maybe let's go like 5 minutes closer, and that's probably the point where Julio will want to split off from us.
Yeah.
And we'll do it there, huh?
Julio's going to have to do a bit of a loop around, so you might want to signal to indicate when you're all ready, or just some time.
You will know.
Well, I meant really when Julio's ready.
Well,
Like
just give
when Julio
Julio
gets to the other side, but you just give him another 10 minutes.
Start.
Yeah.
And like
Quite quick.
Julio.
That's true.
Do you
Alrighty.
want to tie my hands or something?
Yes, I was wondering about that. You're with the brigade. Do you have any chains or manacles or anything?
Not on me, I don't think.
You will note that the gang that came to subdue you did not have any.
Yeah.
No, I just
Use
have
rope.
rope.
They had rope.
Okay, let's just use some rope.
Would I know a sort of knot that I would be able to slip?
I don't know. That's a
there's,
cool
like-
thing.
Julio, who is really good at like sailory dog knot sort of things.
Because when they do that when they like tie magicians up,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
use a certain
yeah.
type of knot. Because if you pull it the right way, it'll just.
I will. This would
can
be
we do
on
that?
Julio. I will give. I'll let Kesh help, so Julio would have advantage. But Julio, what ability would you be using to do this?
Well, obviously, sleight of hand. Come on now.
All right. Yeah.
And
We're
I'll
both
do.
really good at that.
But you want to
As-
tie a knot that looks not like
It's got to look
Yes.
boss, but
It's an old knot called Not the Knot. So
It's not a
Right.
knot.
Not the knot.
not a
Very
knot.
good. Julio, you have advantage. You have inspiration.
Already do, baby.
Well then, you need to spend it more because I felt two
Yeah.
times that I wanted to
You're
give
really
you
good
that.
at this. You're
Yeah.
really good at
Okay.
D&D.
All right. Sleight of hand with advantage, a 20. Yeah. Kesh,
Nice.
your hands are tied together firmly, but in a way that if you give it a solid yank in a particular manner that Julio demonstrates, your hands just come apart.
awesome.
And blades
Julio-
spring out of them.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask. Don't forget, if you're really stuck, you can probably just trigger one of those blades, right?
Yeah. That's
They
the
are
backup
strapped to her
plan.
shins, though, so you'd have to kick them off.
Yeah, I'll just slam
She doesn't
one,
wear a
one
shirt, so you
foot
can't
down,
just
blade
conceal
pops
them.
Out, just shing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you do this. Benek, do you have anything to add to the situation before we go? We've had a lot from the other three. Do you have anything?
Guys, I
you want to do?
forgot what to say to Riffin. I only have one spell, and I don't know what to do.
You
Well, I'm
could
only
be like,
comfortable using one, I mean.
Yeah.
Riffin, if you are imprisoned within the fort, know that a rescue cometh and that right soon.
Bishop Blood, her
Well-
hands come apart? So gruesome.
Well, one of our concerns was that Riffin may be getting indoctrinated in the cult. So rather than playing our hand, maybe just say, Riffin, we are on our way. What's your status?
Ooh, I like
Are
that.
you hurt? Which building are you in?
Okay.
Maybe?
And he can respond with 25 words. Bennett, let's hear it in your voice. What do you say? In your message to Riffin, who you totally know.
Boop, 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 boop.
I'm sorry, you've killed Riffin. He's not available to take your call. Leave her a message. I'll stick it on the fridge and get back to you later.
Hello, Riffin. I fear alive.
Sorry, lad. Sorry, I was on the loo. What do you want? Sorry.
Hello, Riffin. We're on our way. What's your status? Let's drink again. Where you at?
You hear from him. Laddie, I've been taken captive. Help! I'm in a prison. I'm in a cell. I don't know where. They knocked me out. I was just coming out of the hung, drawn, and and he runs out of words.
Why
In the
did
middle
you
of a
have
word.
to-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, hung, drawn, and quartered is hyphenated, so I gave him a quarter of the last.
I see. How generous.
Yeah. I'm nice like that.
Yeah, he's definitely captured. He doesn't know. He can't really confirm where he is because they knocked him out. But if he is here, then at least he's not like pro-code from the sounds of things.
Great.
That's a good start. So hopefully we can hook up and create some chaos.
That is your, like, raison d'etre.
Look, I thrive in chaos.
That's
Do
true.
I? Yes. Let's
Yes.
go with that.
Kesh, do you have thieves' tools?
No. I'm pretty sure I don't.
Really? Okay.
I'm a bandit, not a thief.
Sure. I feel like Kesh definitely has these tools.
Yeah.
By
Yeah?
now.
Given that the very first thing Kesh ever did in the world that the audience saw was try to rob a place.
This is true. This is true. Yes, I probably have the. So
Back
me,
when she
these
was the
tools?
first
No,
NPC
no.
I ever made up.
I have a camera, so
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, let's stick these in your boots, and then when we put you in the prison, you will have an easy way to get out. And if that doesn't work, then Hope and I can probably just melt the door off.
look,
Tenders are scary.
I
That's
do
what I'm
love a
living.
good door melt off.
Is that a euphemism?
Yes.
I don't know.
What's a euphemism?
I'm a little nervous. Okay.
Yes, me too. Okay.
Okay, you go. Hey,
Yeah, put
LeBoffin,
the-
thank you so much for the follow. Oh my goodness.
I put the Titan's necklace on. Just so, like, it's out there. I said the thing.
You did. And hello, Eriska.
Yes, she's here. Hello.
No.
Oh, where's the cat? All right. Did I pronounce that reasonably well? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, quite good. Iriska. Yep.
Eriska.
Yes, in case
Yeah,
anyone's
Riska.
wondering, Daria is surname redacted because Josh's
I can't pronounce her surname.
pronunciation is so
LeBoffin is raiding with a party of 66.
Oh,
Guys, thank you so
hello.
much. Amazing raid. Throw those raid emotes up in chat. LeBoffin, what
Just
the
in
heck were you
time.
doing? We are just about to try and sneak into a prison.
We're going to be
GM Adam, thank you so much for the follow. Guys, welcome. We are playing some Humblewood. LeBoffin, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Prison heist, exactly right. So yes, Kesh, Ereq, and Benek are about to try and talk their way into this prison by pretending that Kesh is in fact the person they were trying to capture, which she was. However, Ereq and Benek are totally not members of the evil bird cult. And Julio is dressed as Mary, the Jerbeen bandit, is going to try and sneak in the back way, jumping over the fence because she's a bouncy Jerbeen boy. Girl.
Did
person.
anyone else's brain just go giggity after sneak in the back way?
Of course. Mine has been doing
Not
it
me.
every
Also
time I said back.
euphemism.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us, Nelderberry. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming along, guys. Awesome. So amazing. Let us continue then. So, Ereq, Kesh, Benek. I will say your coordination for time goes off without a hitch.
Before Julio leaves, we did say this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what this is going to look like, so nobody freak out. I saw my talons in the air a bit, and some feathers kind of come off my arms and are swirling through the air, and I shape a bird, an eagle, which then flies into my face. And I kind of straighten up a bit and then go back to my regular posture, but I just seem a bit more charismatic. Okay, now I'll try the same with you, Julio. And
What happened? Maybe I will let you touch my tail now. Wow, what's that?
Thanks. And this time I shape a cat, which kind of lands on the ground and looks up at Julio and does like the butt up thing and then pounces
The
at
tail
Julio.
runs along Julio's chin.
Yes.
Lands
like
on his
always.
shoulder.
They're like the stretchy.
Oh, right. Downward cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like
Just
downward
bottom.
dog, but you have to hiss while you're doing it.
Yeah. Checks out Ereq's Insta. Yes.
So I have advantage on charisma checks with no other bonuses, and Julio has advantage on dexterity checks and doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
Zio, thank you very much for the follow as well. I think that's the way it's pronounced. And LeBuffin, thank you so much for the raid. Not a problem at all. You sleep well, my friend. It's been lovely having you. Thank you for bringing your friends to join us. So you do that. That's excellent. Brendan, do you have advantage? Inspiration?
I do not.
Well, you have now.
Thank you.
There were some very good spell descriptions, and I enjoyed.
That's pretty good.
So, you now have no difficulty because of that awesome experience coordinating your approach to the sneaky bandit hideouts. Julio, make me a stealth check.
I will.
And tell you what, one of our new people in chat, Dziu, would you mind typing !roll space 20 or !perception, either one, into chat. This will be for the two people who are on lookout to spot Julio.
Well, I rolled a nice 28.
28. Yeah.
Nick.
Good.
Yes.
We're now 3 for 3.
Thank
Deception.
you. Thank you very much.
Deception it
Still
is.
four.
It's the same either way because it's an unmodified number. So 4. They do not spot you. Dzio, that's absolutely fine. That's sort of what we want. Low numbers are great. So, because I asked for
us.
perception, but it doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Because I'm a
Julio-
Jabin, I just jump up, do a flip, and 3-point landing on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. And the skirt does a bit of a flip, but no one sees, so it's okay. Your modesty is preserved. Because no one sees, because they're all watching Ereq, Kesh, and Benek walk up to the door, the gate of the Smoldering Delve, which is the name of the as-to unyet named fortress. And I am going to need somebody else in chat. So any of our new people, any of our new new watchers, please roll me !roll space, as in spacebar, the number 2. This is to determine which of the two people in charge comes out to talk to you.
Oh,
You have a choice
wow.
between
I know which one I want.
the cleric or the angry man. Roll space 2. As in,
Like
it needs to have a
these.
roll in it as well, Tony.
I'll just do it shittily. Like that.
Yes, but a 2 instead of a 5.
Yeah.
Or 2.
By Rapini, thank you, rolled a 2. Ah. Well, you walk up to the gate. It is currently closed. Tony got a 1, but we're taking buys first. So thank you, By Rapini.
I'm scared though.
We will have
What if
Tony
it
roll
was
the
a
next one, because there will be more. So you approach the gates. What do you do?
Hey, Kesh, make some noise.
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty bird!
Shut up! And I feign a backhand.
Oh. Very
That
well.
was my good side.
I say nothing, but I'm just in my head like, it's fine, everything's fine, just do everything's okay, just don't care. You don't care either way. You just don't care all the time. That's inner monologue.
One more word and I'll have my elemental seal your mouth shut.
A little too good, damn.
I
Let
really
us
enjoy
in
how
already.
I really enjoy how Brendan and Karen are professional actors doing a really bad job of acting.
Excuse me?
It's excellent.
Professional actor. Oh,
Enhance
thank you very
ability,
much.
thank you.
So, you do that. Can you make me a deception check, Ereq?
With advantage.
Of course, with advantage.
After that performance?
And Tony, can you make me an insight, ! Insight check in chat, please?
To see how, if brilliant acting.
Pretty good.
17
-1.
with a -1.
I have a -1.
Bruh.
Yes, they're not interested in tails at all. A 13.
Nice.
The guards that can see you are completely taken in by your performance. They go, like, you can see one of them sniggering. And it's just like, yeah, take that, you map hatch.
Oh, wow.
They
Damn.
don't get any further than that. I'm trying not to swear. I don't know any non-swear nasty words. You map hatch cow.
Stinker.
Yeah.
Stinky map hatch.
Stinky map
You
hatch.
stinker.
Stinky map batch.
You
Crawling
fine
into the rubbish
fellow.
panda.
You red hot
Yeah.
fellow. Warp tortilla. Warp tortilla. A rap
Keep your
tortilla.
soft gap to yourself.
Rap tortilla. Thank you so
no.
much for the follow. Bizarre. Interesting name. I like it. Okay. The door is opened at the signal of the non-snickering one, and yeah, you are marched inside by the himbo raptor and the and Ereq.
And I want to remind everyone that I am in these full cultist robes, which are now quite well fitting.
And not
and I
tender robes at all.
Not tender robes. I would have my armor underneath, and my Titan amulet is out on full display as well.
The Himbo Raptor and Ereq is a solid band name. Yes,
Eric and the Himbo Raptors.
I would pay to see Ereq and the Himbo Raptors. It's sort of Fremantle hipster rap, I think.
I'm just going to quickly say himbo is one of my favorite new words from the last few years. It's so descriptive. You say himbo,
very
you
good.
know exactly
You
what
know
you
what
mean.
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kimbo is a perfectly poggy word.
Pogs in
See,
chat.
sometimes too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good thing is even better? Is that what you were going to say?
Is even more pog.
Sometimes too much of a good thing is cringe, Brendan.
Oh, cringe.
Oh.
No. All right. Anyway, so you come in, and from there is a building pretty much directly in front of you, a wooden building, one of the new ones, and there is two. As you're looking at it on the left-hand side, a door swings open and stoops under the lintel the biggest strig owlfolk you have ever seen. He is even closer up. He is a man mountain. This is an enormous guy, and he is pulling on his shirt. It looks like he's just getting up. Really, he hasn't emerged yet. It's still relatively early. It's probably only about 7 in the morning. Yeah, he's like, he looks around himself. He says, "Oh, hello. Who have we got here then?" And he struts over to you. Yeah.
Good morning. This is Glitterweave from the Wildwood Brigade.
I spit on the ground.
What did I tell you?
Strike him, Centurion, very roughly.
This has taken weeks of masquerade and, quite frankly, bullshit quite below me to have pulled this off. So you better have somewhere secure for it.
And he just stands watching, his arms folded. He's like, "Chuck her in with the others. I don't really care.
What, no private cell?
You're nowhere near the most dangerous person here, woman. Take her away, gone then." So, I'm gonna need another deception check. Because this guy, but, you would definitely have advantage. And somebody in chat, can you get an exclamation mark insight for this dude? This is definitely the one you wanted to be doing this check. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see it.
Deception below, please,
Doge
everyone.
King,
Well, the
Augustus
phrase shirt
Frogbottom.
dicking it is now seared in my brain.
We are aiming low here, very low. Donald ducking it?
Below.
No, he is wearing trousers as well. He's not just...
It's canon that he does.
Suspicious.
10.
I don't know.
Tony, 10.
Oh,
Okay.
bruh.
Keep in mind, I have this flaming fire element.
Yeah, I am keeping that
as
in
well.
mind. Yeah. He says, "Hold up. I know you from somewhere." And he's pointing at Bennick.
Yeah.
You don't look
course
like
you do.
you don't look like a normal. What's up with you? Who are you?
Of course you know him. He's one of the I was gonna swear. He's one of the defenders of Alderheart. He's been working extremely hard on that cover. And we don't need someone like you ruining it.
I kind of like trace my finger just on the chain of the necklace, but not like pointing to it. I'm just like playing around with it, it looks like.
He's from the Blight Sea, where humble folk are nothing but bones.
Okay. So,
Internally, Bennick's like, that's a backstory I did not know. Huh?
so
Don't forget that.
Bennick,
Quiz.
you need to make a deception check. With Ereq will be helping you, and therefore you would like. Ereq has done enough to convince them, but Bennick, that's the way I'm playing this out.
This is the big scare from the.
So does he have advantage?
Does it have advantage?
He would have advantage. And can I get an insight check in chat, please? Another one, ideally lower than 10. 10 is fairly low, but lower than that. 19.
I don't care.
You nat
Channel
20
the natural 20 for 19.
for a 19, because this entire party took
channeling the-
charisma as their dump stat.
How could you tell?
I was very aware of this when we were discussing the plan last week.
Otherwise, great plan.
That Bennick and I are not charismatic people.
Don't ask me to lie.
Augustus, Bishop Blood, Dojan King, whoever fancies it, I'm up for it. Insight, Augustus, thank you very much. A 12! Would have worked last time, didn't work this time. He goes, I didn't realize you'd joined the cause. Good on you! And he slaps you on the back, Bennick, like, properly hard.
Oh, good. I try and not flinch.
You can make another deception check if you like, or you can make an athletics check if that's better.
Yeah, that's
To
definitely
resist.
better because I'm a himbo jock.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Why is he
It's
grunting?
not. It's
This is not.
it
Bennick,
was so
you
close,
like
though. I was like,
stagger.
oh, the natural 20.
You stagger, and he laughs. He thinks it's funny that he could nearly bowl you over. He is not bothered by that.
I'm not bothered by that either. I'm not prideful.
That is not my experience at Bennick. All right, he says, go on then. Put her in the cells with the others.
Not with fellow jocks, Josh.
Oh,
You
okay,
can
right.
respect it.
Right. Okay, bro.
We obviously haven't been here before. Is that the prison? And I point at building number 2.
Okay. He goes, no. That's
What's
the
that
guardhouse.
then?
That's the guardhouse. And he, make a persuasion check, Ereq.
Okay.
And I haven't rolled the dice in a while.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13.
He goes, no, it's over there. God. Why can't they just send the same guys? What happened to Samson?
Samson is busy obsessing over the elemental plane of fire. Besides, this one is quite a bit above his pay grade.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I like snarl or whatever a raccoon would do? Like,
Yes.
the raccoon's like cat hiss?
Like a hiss. Yeah.
And I would like Hope to kind of hiss at you back.
Kesh, I'm gonna make an unarmed attack. With advantage because you are restrained. Oh no.
Oh.
It's a crit. He is going to slap you to shut you up for a total of 7 damage as he just cops you around the face. And he said, "Get her out of here," and he heads back into building number 5.
Okay, he was in 5.
Yeah, the middle at the bottom. And I think we've been going for nearly 2 hours now. I think we will take a short breaklet there. We will be back very shortly. Just a quick 5-minute. Thank you so much for joining us, chat. We're having a lovely time. I hope you are as well. And we will get back into it as we head down into the prison. And also ask Julio what the heck they've been doing this entire time. Because that conversation took about a minute. Julio, you've had about a minute of stuff to do. So have to think about that. And we will be right back. Guys, say goodbye, everybody.
Farewell.
Vast and ahoy once again, mateys. We be back. Thank you so much for sticking around and joining us this evening. So, Julio, you have jumped over the wall, 3-point landing it, and no one saw a gosh darn thing. What do you do? I will say you are in the middle of the back wall. So you are behind building 3, yes.
Well, are there any windows? I want to quickly get to the point where I want to see the
Yes,
roof.
there are a couple of windows on the ground floor.
Yeah,
on the back
I
wall.
want to just check it out. Like, is this like a place where they sleep or whatever?
Yeah, looking in, you can see several rooms. However, well, actually, I bothered to actually write what each of the building contains. Building 3. This, you look in, it was a barn. However, now it is, it would appear to be a sort of main area and common room for the guards here. You can see half a dozen of them in there, well, no, 4 of them in there having breakfast at a long table. There are loads of stools and a couple more comfortable chairs down the end. You also notice, as you are approaching, that there do not appear to be the 4 guys doing the loops at the moment. There are just the 4 guys on the watch posts, which is
They're
good.
eating breakfast.
No, it's because you killed them.
Oh, right. I forgot.
You know how you murdered 5 of those guys? Yeah, that was these guys.
Julio definitely would think, oh, best meal of the day. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
There is, however, you can see a wall internally of the building that has a door in it that you can't tell where it goes, and there is no window on this wall that would look into it.
Sussy. Okay, and I don't want to try and get anywhere until I see where the gang is led. So I will probably post up next to the building number 4 to see what is there, and also to have a beat on the gate.
Interesting. Make me a perception check, Julio.
Perception. Okay.
And I'm imagining you are staying to the shadows, the early morning shadows.
Yeah, it's a 9 though.
9.
It's a 9.
You don't see anything particularly interesting. What you do, anything like particularly crazy, ridiculous. But you do manage to get a look in through the door of Building 4, which is pointed at you. And inside, you can see a person dressed not like any of the other bandits, or like the cleric you saw last night. This one is also in birdfolk cult robes, though they are less ornate. They look quite young. It's a Luma. You would guess he is no more than 15, like mid to late teens. And he is this is one of the 2 buildings with a chimney. He is cooking. Looks to be stirring a pot.
It's a kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm a chef. With a cursory look through, can I see that it's just a normal kitchen? Yeah, it's just nothing sus going on.
No, it is a normal kitchen. As with your knowledge of cooking, this is a very basic kitchen. What he is making is gruel, essentially. It is a thin soup. Thanks very much, Augustus. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Julio is containing the Gordon Ramsay moment. Like, why are you cutting like this? It's fucking raw! But he holds it in.
It's frozen!
You do that.
So,
You don't do that.
I'll be looking for the guys, yeah.
You can see the others, and you can see, you would catch a glimpse of the events at the gate, and you see them marching towards Building 6 at the other end. This kid is not a chef. You can see him overdoing the salt. He's like, it's a handful, but...
DM, are you trying to antagonize Julio?
Maybe a little bit. But what's interesting is, you did not see these people before. You did not see this guy before. Or anybody dressed like him. A fair inference would be like a junior member of the cult.
Yeah, Samson's son.
Samson's son.
Yes. The orphan, we should call him now.
You don't know that. Mum might be fine.
Okay. Is that it for me for a bit? Can I continue to explore, or we shall return to it later?
You can continue to explore. Basically, you've got another sort of 15-20 seconds.
Right.
You do hear, because the owl is not quiet, you do hear him tell everybody what's in Building 2, the big building that they were like, hey, is that a prison? We don't know, tell us. He's like, no, that's the sleeping quarters. So...
Yeah. So I know number 3, number 4, and number 2. Number 5... So they are led in number 1, which is the prison.
Yeah.
I want to...
No, they're leading to number 6. They're told to go to number 6. The tiny building in the top left corner.
Kind of small for a prison, probably underground
10
levels.
10 foot square.
Yeah, probably down. I will check out number 5. This is very center-ish.
It's the one the Strig went into. That one you will have to make me a new stealth check to get to.
Okay. But I do still have advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Please.
Is Alter Self concentration?
You mean enhanceability?
Enhanceability, yeah.
It is concentration from
No worries.
power.
29 is okay though. It's pretty good.
It's decent.
Yeah, a 19.
A mediocre 29, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Even the 22 would have been okay. There is basically just no way that the people can spot you. So I would say, combined with the fact that you are dressed like somebody who belongs here, yes, you can make your way over there. I would almost say, in fact, no, why am I saying? Julio, how do you do this? How do you get over there and check out that building? What would you do?
Right. So obviously, like hiding in the shadows is very simple and easy. But if I'm crossing the main like area, it would be very sus to like be like running from place to place. So I just use my disguise to like appear as if I'm on patrol, appear like I'm a normal guard doing my job.
The trick of it is, and I'll give you this because you rolled really well. The guards and the guard posts are actually more focused in than out. Prison guards are more concerned about people getting out than people getting in. Who tries to break into a prison? So a lot of their focus, at least 50% of their focus, is inside. So you are aware of being watched. So your choice is a good one. Like sneak when it's a possibility, but don't when just brazen it. Absolutely. 29, you do that. Maybe he did tasted bishop blood seasoning before cooking. He's just a really bad cook and doesn't care about the people he is preparing the food for, perhaps. So yeah, you do that. You get over to building 5. It has a very... This building looks pretty thrown together, like wasn't done well. But it does have a window that you could catch a glimpse through. You see the Strig, who has only just returned to it, taking his shirt back off, looking at a bed that contains the cleric.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't say that.
Is this
You're
an
saying
office? Do I see like a table with papers or anything like that?
It is directly underneath the window. You can see some papers spread out.
Is the window big enough for me?
Probably.
Okay.
It is a single room, however. It's only a 15-foot by 10-foot building. It's not a large building. Mm-hmm. There is a desk, a king single, not a double, which is barely large enough for this guy, which he is now getting into with this cleric woman.
Right. And cleric was another bird who...
Strig. Also an alpha.
Strig. Both Strig. Okay. I shall wait, hoping that they are just going to sleep.
It's morning.
But he's coming into the bed. He's like, oh, another 5 minutes. So I'm hoping for that.
You can hope for that. Yeah, sure. Go for that.
This is when we reveal that Julio's a dirty perv.
Yeah, he's watching the tails. He's watching their tail feathers.
See. How the turntables. No, so I'm waiting for an opportune moment when they're either very engrossed
Ereq,
in whatever they're doing.
Julio, I want to be clear. The window is very perfunctorily not well installed. It doesn't open. You won't be able to get through the window. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Just scroll through the door like, nah.
I was gonna say, crawl under the cracks.
Slides under the door.
My me. No, I'll post up and I'll wait for an opportune moment. That's it for now.
Right. So the other 3, Julio, you would actually, if you keeping your heads on a swivel, you would probably notice Julio crossing the Mary crossing the central courtyard. As you head towards Building 6, the little wooden shack in the top left corner of the map. And you enter it, I presume.
Yes, I pull up Kesh roughly, having just been backhanded down to the ground, and say, I told you your math would get you in trouble, and guide her by the shoulder to building 1, was it?
6.
No, 6.
6, yep.
Yeah.
Within the wooden walls of this building, the floor is dirt, and there is an odd smell, bitter, that stings the nostrils. Anybody who would like to can make a check to identify the smell.
Yes.
Definitely.
There is also a hole in the ground that it basically slopes down at about a 45-degree angle.
Oh, goody.
What kind of check is it?
History or perception?
I've got 17 for perception.
Nice, that is the DC.
Same.
Bannock also
but
gets
history.
it, but in history, yeah, that would totally make sense. Go on, Kesh. Let's go 3 for 3. 17. No. Kesh does not remember this smell. It's not that surprising. You probably never encountered it. Ereq would have, and Bannock would have in totally different situations. Bannock, because it is like a casting component for some, or like spells, potions, and that sort of thing. And Ereq, because it is often used for fancier people's homes. You can smell tar. For lighting would be how Ereq is aware of it, for torches and so forth.
In this room? Oh my god.
No, not in here.
Oh.
You can smell the smell coming out of the coal in the ground that you are heading into.
In this world, do I know what tar is made of?
Not particularly, like you know, it's flammable,
Sure.
very flammable. But yeah, it's sort of. Josh himself is not particularly aware of what tar is made of. I'm thinking like it's basically petroleum, isn't it?
Yeah, Brendan isn't necessarily sure either. I just know that some of these substances can be made from animals, and I was just a little concerned about that.
Yes, but like very, very, very long time ago, like fossilized animals. Yeah. So don't you worry. This is dinosaurs they're recycling.
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay. Are there any guards in this top room?
No,
Okay.
there isn't room. The whole floor is basically the hole in the ground.
I call down and I say, we have a high-value prisoner coming down.
You do that.
And I wait to see if there's a response.
How loudly do you shout?
Well, I call down into the hole.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Basically, my question is, would that be able to be heard from over 50 feet?
It depends on the.
How loud did you say it? That's my question.
Yeah, I call it out. I kind of shout it out.
So quite loud. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, you don't.
If this
hear
is
anything,
an echoey chamber,
it definitely would be
probably,
echoey. Yeah. So yeah, you don't hear anything initially, but yeah, then you about, I don't know, 30 seconds later, someone comes out blinking a bit because I'm guessing the door is still open, and yeah, it is a bird folk, obviously, wearing the robes of a cultist. They're a raptor. They have the coloration of a peregrine falcon, but quite a large one. As raptors go, this one is taller than Bannock, and comes up and sees the two of you and goes, "Oh, cool. Don't know you guys. Are you new?"
No. Lead the way.
Ooh. Ereq, deception check, please.
Ereq's getting so sassy.
Yeah.
So aggro.
So sassy! Easy, good. Ooh, it's not great.
13?
A 13. Bishop
Don't
Blood,
make me have to do it again.
can we have an insight check in chat, please? Exclamation mark, insight from Bishop Blood, maybe?
It's like, all right, it's famous person Bannock, and I'm like, fucking paparazzi.
It's almost like he's slipping onto his comfort zone.
There was a conversation last session about channeling familial bonds. And
There
that's
it
what's
is,
happening.
and you just did, and he's like, oh, yes, sir. Yeah, he turns around and he says, all right then, come on then. Do you know when we're getting more? There's a lot of empty cells down here.
I believe we have some of the gangs working on it. I make sure to close
The door.
and lock the door behind us.
The door does not possess a lock unless you are going to do
Okay.
something to seal it.
No, I just close it then.
Very well. You do that. Yeah, this guy is dressed in cult robes is the primary thing. You travel nearly 50 feet before you see the first sign of anything down here that's of any significant note. A glow flickering around a corner. The strange smell is getting stronger. The passage is narrow, only 5-6 feet wide, and the floor is rough dirt. Every 10 feet or so there is a roof support, but otherwise it's just carved straight out of the ground. Bennick? You have anything to add?
As we're walking down, and then the orientation of how we came into, I will try and keep track and trace what's above. As
Hill,
we like keep moving.
at this point.
Are we outside of the fort?
Yes, the hill that Julio would have stood on before you entered, it would now be above you. Pretty much the spot Julio was on before you started all of this is now above you.
Okay, cool.
Just noting that Kesh is like making sure she's keeping her hands in like a good position to like break free if required.
You do that. So yeah, you head about 50 feet. The slope levels off after the first 20 or so. So you're now 20 feet under the ground. But probably more given that you know the ground sloped up above you.
Yeah.
Around the bend is a small ledge looking out over a large cavern. The cavern is over 150 feet long and 90 feet wide.
Wow.
It is big. There is a desk at one side, and the cultist who brought you down here goes to sit back down at it. The cavern beyond is pretty strange looking. From the roof hang dozens of stalactites, many of the largest of which appear to have been hollowed out. Each one, none of them have doors on them, but each one has like an entryway. And within, you can see several humanoid figures.
Yeah, she's trying not to look too freaked out.
Am I the only one who's spatial dumb? The holes are in stalactites and people are inside them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like little nests from the...
Hanging from the ceiling. Rocks, like conical rocks hanging from the ceiling with little prison cells carved into them. Well, there are ledges around the edge. Can I get perception checks, please, at this point?
Yep.
That sounds cool.
Cash's
And hard
spidey
to
senses
break
are
out
going
of.
crazy.
19, Bennick. Nice.
21.
21 from Ereq. And
16.
a Kesh with a
Kesh is a little
16.
panicked.
Kesh is a little panicked. Kesh, 16 was the number you needed. You spot a pair of more cultists. Both of these are gallus, so sort of rooster chicken folk. In fact, one is one and one is a partridge. Fluttering around the room. All of the people in these cells are humble folk. You can tell that basically the guards can fly and the humble folk can't. How you get them out to there and get them back, you don't know. But
with my 21, do I see Riffin?
So there is one more thing that you notice. All the hollow stalactites are angled so that they can be lit by a brazier that is hanging from the ceiling. It is a huge brazier, massive, and it is fully lit. The glow is illuminating the rest of the cavern. You notice, Ereq is the only one who notices this, a chain linked to the top of that goes to one of the ledges down on the corner, on the far wall that suspends the brazier. So this is on the far distant side. There is a ledge over there. From where you are, you cannot see the floor of the cavern.
Uh-oh.
But the smell is quite intense down here. And this guy sits down at his desk and gets out a large book. and flips it open to a new page. There's about a dozen pages full already. He opens it up and he's like, "So who's this then?"
Well, this is Kesh Glitterweave.
Oh wow! Okay, cool. The major, yeah, excellent.
That's
right. I'm glad you guys were
Major
able
problem
to.
for you.
Yeah, I hope
Dickhead.
not. I really hope not. Like, we don't want you dead. We just don't want you interfering, my dear. Look, for serious,
Interfering with what exactly?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Where are the other guards? How far away are they?
Okay, you're not asking him in character.
Yes.
So they are, one of them, they're actually both about equidistant around the circumference of it. They appear to be moving around. One of them is carrying bowls of gruel out to individual places and then fluttering back to grab the next one. He's about 75 feet around the edge to the left. The other is doing something with a weapon rack on about 50 feet away from you on the other side.
Okay. I can tell that Kesh is tense, so my hand on her shoulder softens a bit and I try to make that a bit reassuring. And I reach out to this guard with my other hand and say, "Are you sure you can't tell us?" And I cast Charm Person.
I love it. Okay. Tony Karlstrom, would you mind rolling me a 1d20 in chat, please? Exclamation mark roll space 20. This is to
There goes
resist the
the-
charm person.
Enhance
Brendan,
ability, right?
is this concentration?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Poggers.
Poggers.
I forgot about that, but no, it's not.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. You do that, and the DC is 15 to resist this guy. An 11. Thank you, Tony.
This is the first time I've cast this spell and it's worked.
It's because you're channeling your family.
It's also the first time you've cast a spell and I didn't roll the dice to resist it.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
No, not
So-
necessarily. He
So
says,
he says, "Oh well, I'm not going to tell you that." And I lean over and say, "Yes, you are."
he goes, "Well, but you know, right?"
Yes, but we can tell her a little bit of torture. She's not going to be able to do anything about it.
Wow, all right. I mean, so what was the question, Kesh? This is not in character. I am asking. What did Kesh ask?
Stop me interfering with what? Was
Well,
what I
with the takeover, of course. We don't want her dead because, you know, she's useful and not a bad person. We just don't want her getting in the way of the takeover. Right? And he looks at you like, you know, right?
Yes, of course. And you may as well let her know who's leading the takeover.
Oh.
Yeah, so I know who to shank.
He chuckles. He's like,
Chess.
he says, well, we have several leaders, of course.
I'll count them off as you list them.
Let's compare lists, shall we?
I'm just trying to
Charm
think about...
person, baby.
I know. But it's
But you
not
can't-
just. But it's
Yeah.
not just do whatever I say. It's he regards you as a friendly acquaintance. It's often played as do whatever I say, but it's not.
Yes.
And he
You
says
can't go against his kind of.
his base instincts.
Yeah.
So, Brendan, make me a persuasion check.
Thank you.
You obviously still have your advantage.
Yes. Bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's
He
so
says,
bad.
basically what he says is, I think that information will torture her enough, knowing that, what she stands for isn't gonna succeed in this. Anyway, we should get her out to the cell.
Can I be like, it's Larimar, isn't it? Just to see the reaction.
He says, well, she's good. Probably for the best we're locking her up then. Okay. So,
That two-faced birdie bastard!
As we drag her away.
yeah. He's like,
I'll
hang on.
rip the feathers out one by one!
Hang on, and he takes out a ring, and he puts it on. It's a strange ring. It's got two, it goes over two fingers, and he puts it on, and then he gestures at Kesh, and puts his hand out, and Kesh, you all of a sudden feel weightless.
Ah,
He has cast levitate on you.
I don't like it.
And he says, third from the left, I reckon. Do you take Kesh out and put her in a prison cell, guys?
I'll put my hand out and I'll say, best give us the ring just in case.
Another perception check, persuasion check, please.
Yep.
Roll better.
He's like,
One time I don't have feather fall.
all right, fine if you like. He takes it off and gives it to you, Ereq.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Kesh, now from your vantage point, you can see the bottom of the floor of the cave. You're 16 from before. It is tar. The entire bottom of the cave is a lake of tar.
Wow,
like
this
that.
is gonna haunt my nightmares for a while. I'm gonna have to swap out my paralysis demon.
So, you have the Ring of Levitation.
Do I know how it works, how many charges it has just from wearing it, or no?
No, you'd have to do a bit of a... You have the Corvum ability to identify stuff,
Oh, yes.
I think.
Yes. How long do I need to do that?
I technically think it takes an action, technically, but I think mechanically it should take a little longer than that. But you do know what it is, and you do know that you would know that you could put it on and it'll work.
Yeah. I just want to know whether, I can do it infinitely to get people out, or...
You would assume it has a certain number of charges per day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I will lean over conspiratorially and say, because I didn't see Griffin, did I?
No. You do not see any bird folk. This would be a
Yeah.
really crap prison for a bird folk.
Yes, yeah.
Did say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lean over and say, I've heard that Griffin, the legend himself, has been taken prisoner as well. What did you do with him?
Oh, I have no idea, mate. He's probably being indoctrinated if he's... Well, that's the defender of Alderheart, right? He's probably being indoctrinated like old mate here. And indicates Bennick, which he is assuming is also indoctrinated.
Of course.
I resist saying anything because I'm bad.
And where's does the indoctrination take place here?
Oh, well, it doesn't. Not here.
Oh.
They do it somewhere in Alderheart. I am not sure.
Oh. Okay. That's...
So they probably got him there.
How bold we are to do that in the heart of the older heart. That's
Well, it's
amazing.
probably in the Alderheart.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, he
Oh,
thinks
we're
it's a great
so-
joke. He thinks it's a great joke.
I chuckle.
I don't,
Anyway,
'cause
come
it's in
on.
character.
Pop her in. I'll just put in all of the other vital statistics. Do you want to leave her bow there?
I'm gonna vow that
No.
Ereq like put me in with someone else.
I'll hold on to the bow. It's got quite a lot of powerful magic to it, which I'm going to dissect later.
Oh, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Number 3 over there, please.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Basically, the two of you push her.
Yeah. In fact, I will say, look, I'll leave you to your job. You leave me to mine, okay? And I wink at him.
All right. Just don't damage her too much, all right, buddy?
Of course.
In his dreams.
Speaking of which, Julio, you have just watched some pretty vigorous strig copulation.
I would not. Don't put words in my mouth, okay?
We're putting words in each other's mouths, are we? About this. What about this?
That's not all they're doing.
We're putting in the mouth, yeah. Okay, no. If I see that they're starting to get frisky, I will leave them for a sec to check out the only building I haven't, which is number 2. Because that's the only one I don't know what there is.
Well, you don't know what's in number 1. You have a guess, but you don't know what's in number 1. You would have heard them tell each other what's number 2.
Number 2 is the guardhouse.
Yeah, the guardhouse, the number 1, I haven't looked into yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to peek inside.
Okay, I thought you said number 1. Number 2. Okay. You go into number 1. It's not dissimilar to the chapel that you found in the branch.
Okay. And it's empty for now.
It is not empty. There are 2 more dudes like the guy you saw cooking breakfast in there. One of them is... So, the building used to be the farmhouse, but has now been turned into a chapel of sorts. There are a couple of pews and a large table at the far end under a large banner showing the modified symbol of Titan that you are familiar with. You associate with the cult. All the furniture has been removed other than that. A perception check is needed to notice anything further, but you do spot one of the another acolyte type person is at the far end working at the table doing something. You can't really tell what. Perception check, please.
Yes.
The other is sweeping the floor. Actually, no, the other is doing something different, but you need a perception check first.
Yes, I shall perceive. 15.
You perceive for 15. Yeah, the other one is doing something on the floor behind one of the pews. You can only make out the top of their back. It's hard to say what he's doing. There isn't really anything else to notice in here. Yeah, it might well be keeping the place clean. They look to be, you're guessing, menials and servants of the cult. Yeah.
Yep. And the guy at the back, he's doing something. What is that?
It's hard to say from where you are without getting significantly closer. Like, his back is to you, and what he's doing is in front of him on the table.
And there's no window on the other side, like a beautiful stained glass sort of thingy?
No, actually, interestingly, no, or not. You could make me a religion check if you like.
Oh, sure. I am not very good at religion, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
Titan is the god of night.
So they probably don't want too many windows.
Yeah, it's actually very dark in here. It's unusually, like, there would normally be, like, torches and stuff for inside windowless buildings. Not here.
Oh,
there's
and
like 3.
Don't have dark vision.
No, you do not.
So
there is enough light to see, but not enough to see very well.
Yeah. Okay. There's no offshoots like offices or cabinets or anything like that. It's just like for...
This whole place is devoted to one purpose. It is probably the nicest, most solid building of the 6. And it has been given over to this purpose. Exclusively.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I have a question.
Yes.
I don't want to sound like a creep, but I will. How
very, very vigorous.
Okay, so they're like not very like interested in what's going on around them.
About a third of the floor space of this building is the bed that they are currently in. I don't care how good your stealth is. I just don't think that it's
They're
possible.
lost in each other's eyes.
No, they're not.
Yes.
They're in a
Just
different
on-
orifice.
They're
Time
under
for
the blankets.
opening.
Okay? They're doing it under.
No, they're not. Her blanket, and this is definitely her room, not his. Her blanket is not large enough for him to sleep under.
Okay, but from what I've seen, this is the place where there's like paperwork and
You would guess if she is in charge, he is probably in charge of the guards, but she is the cultist. He is just into her. Figuratively.
Yeah.
And
other
literally.
things. And literally.
yeah. Okay, so I can't sneak in right now.
I
would
love
have
that
to-
I wrote that would happen before you guys decided that Julio would go stealthing around the place.
Sure.
This was
sure.
not
How does
written
it
specifically
feel?
to block. It feels
no,
great.
I
He's having an
understand
amazing time.
No, Josh, I love that you just like write about NPCs boning. What is this? This is a family-friendly stream.
Is it?
Not.
Is it though?
With all the swearing.
Cursey McCursington.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm a paragon of
Virtue. Yeah.
Of virtue, yeah. I guess I'll have to wait. I don't know, like tapping my foot, like come on guys. Early in the morning.
He's got a lot of stamina. Yeah.
I know.
Okay,
No.
okay, one question. I'm being suspended over a tar pit, and Julio's like getting.
And Julio's
torn.
trying not
Yeah,
to
and
watch
I would
bird
say
porn.
my situation is worse. Okay, I would swap places if I could.
Don't worry, you'll get your turn if you try and
But-
sneak in.
Yeah, I won't. Thank you very much. I have a question. Do I see anything? Can I utilize my eagle vision of the assassin and try and see if there's like any tar boxes, dynamite storage areas?
So you're going to look for something that might explode.
Yes.
Okay. Where would you look?
I mean, I would, looking like a patrol guard, I would like do a little circle of the perimeter as we've seen the guards patrol.
Oh, sure,
I will
sure.
emulate the same
Okay.
movement and just scan to see if I have any
Investigation
opportunities.
check, please.
Okay, I investigate and I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
Good call, good call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Haven't
12.
that
Um,
much. 12.
the only thing you cannot find any sort of large bombs or explosives or stuff like that, probably because they just don't have any here. It's a prison. They don't keep explosives in a prison. However, you do notice, as you're walking past Building 4, a big jar of cooking oil. Probably
and
no
the
more than
boy?
a liter. A liter tops.
Ah, okay. The boy's still there?
Yeah, but he's working.
Okay. Okay. And is there anything that I can like make fire with?
Well, you have a tinderbox or a match or something like on your person. You can make fire pretty easily. Yeah.
Okay.
You have a boomstick.
No.
I do have a boom.
I mean, yeah. Look,
Do.
you are going to crit fail your stealth check if you do that. But yes.
I save that for when we're
Here's the
getting
thing.
ganged up on.
I think I'm gonna do something. Okay, and I'm quite excited
I
because
have this nasty suspicion you are going to do something. Yes. Is is it set
So-
fire to the building in which all the evidence is?
No, I'll set fire to the kitchen. I open the door to the kitchen
Uh-huh.
and I do it with like confidence.
Sure. The door was open, but yes. Yep.
The boy's there.
Yes.
Step away from the utensils. I've seen enough. They've sent for me because you don't know how to do your job. You're not putting the right amount of salt. You're not even stirring properly, okay? Step away.
And I try to use my cooking knowledge to intimidate the guy.
So wait, you're trying to use, and I don't necessarily have a problem with this. You are implying that you are going to use your proficiency with cook's utensils to intimidate somebody.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah.
Julio,
Heck yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
will-
love it so much.
this is an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay.
If you are proficient with if you're not proficient with intimidation, you are now.
Okay. Okay. I will.
No, sorry. It
no.
is not with advantage. It is proficient because you are proficient with cook's tools. You are proficient with intimidation for the purpose of this check.
Okay. Fuck. It's +4. I don't have advantage anymore.
No.
Okay. I'm
the
just
one.
gonna roll. Please. Good. It's a natural 20.
That right there.
21 plus 3, so that's 24.
That right there is the digital randomizer agreeing with this story.
Yes,
you do that,
Julio,
and he's
yes.
like, "Oh, what? Okay. All right. Fine, ma'am. Sorry." And you just sort of bustle him out of the kitchen, and
Actually, I will give him some of the gruel that he's made, and I say, take this horrible stuff to the prisons. Say that Mary is here to do the things the right way, and you're not stepping back in.
he's like, "Oh,
And I'm hoping that he will take the word Mary to the group, but I don't know.
okay. Make a persuasion check. This is really just to determine whether or not he will do exactly what you want. You will have advantage because he is terrified of your cook's utensils.
Okay.
I want to say you're threatening him with a wooden spoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, he's like, he might. And he takes the cauldron off the coals. And it's clearly burning his hands, but he goes anyway. And he
Good.
staggers towards Building 6, and you have just reinforced the guards a bit. So, with boiling oil. All right, you do that. You now have free run of the kitchen, Julio.
Okay.
Let's go back to the others.
Yes, our main objective, the kitchen.
Halfway there, baby.
First kitchen, tomorrow the world.
I just love being the good guys. Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them, or at least cook for them, right? So, guys, you're back down in the hole. You're flying Kesh out to a hole in a stalactite above a lake of tar. Kesh has got levitate cast on her. What do
Okay,
you do?
I've got a big brain plan.
Okay. I'm
This-
all for it.
Could it be
This
kill them all?
warden, this warden is in robes, right?
Yeah.
He looks like a cultist.
They all do.
They all do.
All three.
Okay. All right. I am going to take a step. Oh no, I'm not going to take a step back, but I'm just going to look at Bennick and say, take the prisoner up somewhere high where she has a good vantage of the dune that lies below her. And I hand him the bow. Here, take this for safekeeping. Off you go.
Sure. I say nothing. Like I.
What is your
glance at
intent?
Doug.
Mine.
Where are you implying that he should go? There is no points of view, like, he can't fly up. This is glide
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
Kesh
The
can...
highest.
Kesh is functionally like a balloon right now. If you let her go, she will float to the ceiling. You can guide her. She's
See ya.
functionally weightless, but...
I want him. My idea is that I want him to put her somewhere where she has a good view to snipe people from.
Right. You could take her... Yeah, I mean, Bennick, with that information, what would you do?
Well, that was like a little bit on the nose. So which one is like the highest?
Someone's
Prison.
mic is banging. Thank you. Yeah. Still there.
There.
Oh, maybe it's me, but I don't know what.
Is it?
Just quite clunky. Were you typing, Karen?
Was a second ago, yes.
Yeah, that would probably be it.
Okay.
It is
Noted.
audible on your microphone.
Apologies.
Cool, no worries. I mean, mine is too, but it's very deep. It's like a vibration. So, Ereq, Bennick, what do you do? Sorry.
Well, when you described it, the stalactites are hollowed out, but do point towards, like, the holes at the top point towards the brazier, right?
Yes.
So that they're lit.
Yes.
Are they equidistant to each other, as in like height-wise?
Roughly. They are naturally formed stalactites.
Right.
So they are organic. Well, not organic, but like they grew organically or in an organic manner. They
None
are
of
also
the GMO in these stalactites, yeah.
no, but they are also angled so that you can see into them from the watch post where the warden sits.
Okay, so is the idea that we slam dunk the humble folk through the hole and then turn off the levitate so that they...
Pretty much. So they can't get out.
Interesting. I just picked one of the highest ones, but probably as we're
So I'll give him the levitate ring as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm assuming as I wear the ring, can I kind of tell, maybe like make an arcana check to see if the spell that is on Kesh right now is being concentrated by that dude, or is it from the ring itself?
It's from the ring.
Turn it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I may not need to.
No. I'm
As
trying
in,
to remember how long levitate lasts. I think it's 10 minutes.
If we kill them in 10 minutes, I don't need to.
Exactly. There's only 3 of them. 4 now, because there's another coming down with a large jar of gruel.
Wait, what?
We don't know about that.
No,
I
you
would
don't.
know weapons because I'm a jock.
Yeah.
What is the fang bow? A short bow, right?
Longbow.
A long bow. Oh shit, that's everywhere here then. Doesn't matter.
Levitate is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How long ago was the thing?
It was cast about 30 seconds ago, maybe a minute.
Oh fuck, easy.
What do you do?
When we move our way up, because that was the instruction from my implied superior.
Yep.
But is there a moment in time where we can't like talk privately in terms of like the galluses?
The Gallus cannot hear you if you mutter or just speak under your breath. The other guy probably could until you take off. If you get her out to a prison cell, no one would be able to hear you.
I'll just be
Easily.
quadruply sure, because this is like a tense situation, and use message to Kesh
Cool.
and be like, so I can just let you levitate and give you this bow, and you can shoot them down from that high up. You don't have to worry if the levitate does fall. You will fall slowly, and you can steer yourself so you don't just fall into the tar.
Kesh can respond.
But you can also respond to this. I'm just using this so we can talk kind of in peace, for sure.
So, basic. How many enemies are we talking here?
3.
3? Oh, easy.
Yeah. Kesh, can you make me an intelligence check? Because you've had the most time to sort of think about it, and you're the one who noticed the lake of tar.
My spider senses are tingling, but I only got a 4.
No, you don't realize it.
Do they have like a mechanism where they can just take all the prisoners into the tar pit?
Not the prisoners, no.
The thing at the top.
Ereq, you notice there's a chain holding the brazier up.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Ereq, what do you do? Big brain idea.
Well, yes. So let's focus on the brazier first. Do I think that if that was to fall, that would essentially boil all the prisoners?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Bishop Blood, and that's how they all died. The end.
Speed run, let's go.
Okay, I lean over to this charmed cultist. I lean forward and say, I lower my voice. What's your name, friend?
He says, Ralph.
Ralph. Good to meet you. Listen, I have been sent here with somewhat of an agenda. I trust you, but I've been told that some of our fellow cult members assigned to be wardens in this prison have been leaking information and may need to be detained to be to be questioned and to be what's the word? My brain has just gone blank. What's happening to Riffin?
Oh, indoctrinated.
And to be re-indoctrinated. Would you mind assisting us with this?
Like, what do you mean? Like, how can I help?
We're going to have to knock them out and take them forcibly.
This is a persuasion check.
Yep.
And Bishop Blood, would you mind rolling me an insight in chat, please? This is good. Solid, good idea, though.
Oh, they're gonna...
16.
It's a 12.
More.
Can I use my inspiration to give me another roll?
Yeah, not with advantage.
Yep.
But I'll allow it, because I'm nice like that.
You are nice like that.
Come on, Ereq. 16 on the dot!
Oh my god.
So it's going to be you're going to feel really awful when I point out that this is
This is the meats to
that
beat.
it's equals beats, but he's trying to beat you, not the other way around. Even
Did you
worse.
say that's the DC?
Even worse that he's a cult fanatic with a +1 to wisdom.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But
Insult to
He
injury.
is
But-
my friend.
But, and you've rolled 3 times. But, because 16 was what was gotten and 16 is what you got, I feel like this is the dice telling me that they think this is what should happen. So, he will say, look, I didn't want to say anything before, but I've noticed Samantha over there is not into this at all. Like, probably takes a little too much pleasure in it. Like, she doesn't get the point of what we're doing here, right?
Disgusting.
Nikolai, he's solid. I personally will vouch for him, but Samantha, I definitely help you with Samantha, but no, I swear, on my honor, Nikolai is good.
Well, how is Nikolai going to react if we start attacking?
Look, if I
Samantha?
tell him,
Okay.
like, you know, and you as well, because, you know,
Yes.
we're
of
good
course.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll happily help with that. And look, if Nikolai causes a problem, I'll deal with him. All right?
Fantastic.
All
okay.
right. So what do you do?
Where's Samantha?
Samantha is the one dealing with playing around with the weapon rack on the far side. She's paying some attention, but not a lot.
Yeah. Is there anything below her? Prisons below her?
No, they're all above. Basically, yeah, there is a series of steps, and there is a series of ladders that lead to one or two, actually 3 high places around the top edge that you can glide down from, and then other places that you can glide from them back to. So it's always a down, and then you need to get stairs to get back up so you can glide again.
Okay. But there's nothing below where she is, and no ladders or anything leading up to that point.
A large pit of tar.
Great. Okay. I go over to her. Samantha, I want a word.
Oh, hi. Yeah? What?
And I pushed her off the edge.
Long live Samantha.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh my god!
No, she's just gonna like glide down.
To push.
Yeah, she's a bird folk.
No!
Dude.
I stand by my decision about the 16. You got one of them. Nat 20. There's no point in me rolling it. I got a 2. Plus her 0 strength. So, she falls. She opens her wings like and opens her wings, and she is gliding slowly down. But she's gonna.
There's nothing there.
No, she's gonna hit the tar.
Oh my god.
You do that, and Nikolai sees it and goes, like, what the hell, Samantha? He is going to go and start getting a rope to help her get out of the tar. That's what he is going to do, and shout over, Ralph, what the hell, man? Who's that guy? What did he... he didn't see what you did. He's like, who's that guy? Like, what the hell's going on? Samantha, are you okay? And Samantha will shout, he pushed me!
Ralph, this is what needs to happen.
Ralph goes, I thought we were going to re-indoctrinate her. You said re-indoctrinate, man. This is drown in tar. This is not...
Yeah, we gotta get her...
That's not how it works.
Tar. And then so she got...
She wasn't indoctrinated in the first place. Like,
You're just
no
hovering next to me.
What's happening?
Yes,
like, we
Kesh
turn
and
back.
Bannock.
Like, what the fuck?
Cash and Bannock, what do you do in this crazy situation?
I cast message like, is he meant to do that?
Cash responds, no. Floating up to the ceiling.
Is that a go time? I don't know, you're the leader here, Cash, up to you.
I'm floating it up! What am I supposed to do?
You can just still unbind yourself. I'll keep you afloat if you need, or not. Up to you.
Big Brain
I can just stop the concentration.
Encounters... No, I have no idea what's supposed to happen now. All right, Big Brain, come on then, Ereq. What's supposed to happen now?
I look up at Bennick meaningfully.
I am like, look, if Kala could leave like hard beak and like feathery face, it would have.
And I say to Ralph and to Nikolai, no, this is fine. We're just gonna, the tar is going to bind her, we'll get her out, and then we'll take her away for re-indoctrination. Go ahead, Nikolai.
Persuasion check?
Actual Bond villain right now. What the hell is this?
Ooh.
All right. Wow. Stranger is just an enemy you haven't made yet. Kennel Dogwood. Kennel Dogwood, thank you for joining us.
What an entrance to the chat.
Solid.
Yeah.
Crowds
Good,
open the door.
excellent work.
Hi, I'm Kennel Dogwood, and this is a saying you will remember. Kennel Dogwood, you know what I just rolled? In fact, you know what? I'm going to have Kennel Dogwood roll it. Kennel Dogwood, I hope you don't mind me calling you one of those two words. Would you do me the immense favor of rolling an insight check in chat? Exclamation mark insight, please. To beat a 16.
Preferably not to beat.
Yeah,
But
don't
okay.
beat 16.
Don't
I'm
Don't
just
do
now
that.
like, are we Operation Just
Ralph,
push all of
idiot.
these birds into the tower?
I think that was his
Hey,
big
Ralph,
brain
come over here,
idea.
will you?
Why? What? Ah! It's like a 12. Nikolai goes,
Nice.
oh, okay. Ralph? Ralph goes, yeah, no, it's all good, man. It is all good, right, friend?
Yes, of course.
Oh god.
Bennick, what do
And
you do?
I wait for him to crouch down to let the rope down, and I get down. I'll just give you a little bit of a hands under the armpits, and then just
Who,
push him.
Ralph?
No,
No.
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Nick, I want to be clear. Nikolai is on the
Yeah.
other side of the cavern. You are having this conversation shouted at a range of about
so-
80 feet.
Oh, I thought he came over to.
No,
Okay.
no, he was preparing a rope from the ledge he was on that Samantha has now crashed into the tar and is
Into
trying
his
to-
side.
underneath him. She is
Okay.
trying not to sink. She's like spread herself
Right.
out so that she's sinking as slowly as possible.
I'll run over and I'll say, I'll give you a hand, and I run over behind him
So it's
and
going
then
to take
push
you.
him in.
It would take you a few seconds. It would take you about 3 turns to get around to him.
That's fine.
Yeah. He spends that doing that. Hey, Omi, good to see you, my friend.
I'm dashing, so that gets me around a little bit faster.
Rolled in real life, got a 19. Kennel Dog with that's fine. We got the 12. It's what we needed. You
I'm
do
in
that.
panic.
Kennel
Oh my
Dog is
God.
getting the rope out. It just lands in front of Samantha, who is like, and like, what the hell? She's very upset and a bit confused and terrified because she doesn't want to drown in tar. Weird that. And Bennick, what do you do in all of this?
Bennick's brain blue screened 10 seconds ago. I'm like,
Kesh, you happy just hanging out?
what? Dude, where do you?
I think Kesh is like Kesh is just floating, like going.
It's like you can still move your
Like,
hands. You can break
Ereq!
out if you want.
She wasn't really expecting Ereq to like, you know. My brain is just stuck on. It's like you are pushing children into a giant fan.
Trish may have been right. Okay, Ereq.
What? We are where we
Me?
want to be.
Ereq, make an athletics check.
I put Kesh onto the ledge just in case. And I
Okay,
guess
so
I would
not
just
in
try
a prison cell.
not in a prison cell, but and
Okay.
I would just like kind of like yeehaw quick draw, try and just like have a hand towards my longbow because I might have to just shoot birds so that they don't sink slowly, they sink fast.
It is at about this time, Bennick, that a young a young Luma boy in the robes of an acolyte comes down the the tunnel holding a heavy barrel of gruel, and sees you and goes, "Oh, hello! A lady Jabine told me to bring this down.
What's her name?
Mary."
do I remember that Julio said
You would know that. A thing was made of it. Ereq, how'd you do on your athletics 16?
I rolled a 16.
Are you Omi? Would you roll me?
No, no,
Yeah,
Omi.
yeah.
That's cheating.
Exclamation mark athletics check in chat, please. Actually,
know
can
you
use
know.
acrobatics to
Almost
avoid
rolling
this. Wait, Jordan's Mary? No, it's Julio.
No, different
It's
Mary.
Julio in costume. An 8.
Oh, yes, Obi!
Nice.
And Ralph goes, wait, no, Nikolai was good, man. Nikolai, swing back around, come on. And so you are really testing his, do I believe this guy or not?
Yeah.
You are really pushing the friendship on the charm person here, Ereq, at this point.
Yes.
Kennel Doggo, can I get another insight check, please? And Ereq, make me a deception check.
Sure.
worst. Julio, I'm just going to jump back to you for a second.
I'm
what are
starting
you
a
doing?
fire. I am fully
He got
starting a
another nat
fire.
20!
Oh, no.
So Ereq's like, what? And he's like, oh, all right. Like, are we? So we're gonna tie them both up, right?
Yes, I'll get them. You get that little boy.
You get that little boy.
I don't want to attack him. I just want this guy to.
Fennec's standing right next to him, and he's just like, well, no. Michael is fine. He's good. He doesn't even know anything. There's nothing to indoctrinate him about. Please don't throw him into the tar.
Ay.
Okay.
Julio, or are we staying on murder train?
No, yeah, Julio, what happens? What do you
Oh yeah,
do?
well, as soon as I get the boy out, I am using all of my knowledge of cooking things to gather everything that burns. High smoke points, what I'm looking for, literally. I'm throwing the oil everywhere, the spices, the pepper, so that when it goes up, it's like a double attack.
Okay.
And I'm setting all of the shit on fire, and I'm running out saying fire. And I want people to like
Gather around.
be concerned here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I can whoop, you know.
You do that. What would you use to do this? Is it cook's utensils?
Yes. Yes.
So look, I'm gonna give you. This is a deception check with proficiency
Okay.
from your cook's
Deception with proficiency.
utensils.
Okay. But it is real fire.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
yeah.
say.
No. Tell you what, it's proficient with advantage because you are making a fire.
I am making a fire. Oh, thank you for advantage. Jesus.
Thank goodness.
14 plus 3, so that's
17.
17.
You make a pretty convincing. Oh no, there's a fire in the cookhouse. You do
And
that.
I want like
Where do
the,
you
the
run?
pepper to be all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
You run,
I-
fleeing, holding the pepper above your head, like ah.
Yes, I'm running. Well, I'm obviously gonna run through the middle towards house number 1 so that everyone is looking there. Well, I go around the house number 1, the religious place, and sneak into the office while these guys without pants on rush to do their thing.
Yeah. The fire brigade, Donald ducks it out.
Yes.
I would say it's probably taken you a good enough time for them to finish their engagement.
Oh, good. That's information I need. Thank you, GM.
No, to the
You
west.
ruined the
Raiders.
I was
Absolutely.
worried. See, I was worried. What if they don't finish?
That's why you waited so long. You didn't want to spoil. But no, to the west, we're just
no to
talking
the
about
rest.
bird coitus. Welcome,
Oh my
Raiders.
God.
Throw your favorite Raider
Nice.
modes up in chat. Huh.
Oh no.
You know
yeah,
it'd be good,
Julio
huh?
is just trying to avoid watching some birds have bump uglies while Ereq is throwing people into a giant vat of tar. How we
It's
got
really
here,
going off tonight.
hard to explain.
They're bad people.
You're pushing them
Yes.
into a lake of tar.
They are
Ah,
bad
good.
people.
People bad.
Is it-
Therefore,
Is it bad that I'm thinking about setting the tire lake on fire?
No,
Yes.
they're
yeah, the
Yes,
prisoners.
it's
reason
awful.
right there.
They're prisoners.
No, we're bringing them out anyway.
You
I'm
did.
above the lake of tar.
No, you're on the ledge.
Oh.
You
No,
could
you're on
leave.
the ledge. I
mean,
put you
you're
there.
so-
Fennec just wants a free meal.
Also, Riffin is not here. You can burn the shit. It's fine.
Okay,
no.
Morgan Moon, nice. Thank you for joining us. Nerds of the West. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Was it a Reese night tonight? I think it was a Reese night tonight. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. What were you doing? What were you playing? I hope you had fun. I have it in my head that Reese is playing Lords of the Rings at the moment. Was a Reese
Yes.
night tonight? Yes. How did Lord of the Rings go? If I'm correct. Right. So yes, Julio starts a fire and then tries to sneak in to the... You finished Lord of the Rings. Congratulations. Finally. Julio tries to sneak in. Yeah, so she is pantsless because she wears a robe. She runs out first. The other guy, who is still, like, squeezing his enormous man thighs into a pair of breeches, does run out after, and several other people run out of building 2, looking like they've been asleep. The 4 guys you saw in building 3 also come out, and they're like, oh no, there's a lot of commotion. Julio, a stealth check with advantage. You already had advantage,
also,
but...
You gave me a jump scare when you started explaining that he's squeezing his huge
Nice.
I got scared.
You extrapolated faster than he said.
I was like,
the
oh,
word.
nice, thank God. Okay.
His huge man thighs.
Yes.
What you don't know is that's his
thighs.
surname. Sticks man thighs.
No, Mr. Man Thighs. No.
And then with his penis in hand.
Oh, no. Family friendly, guys. 25.
25, great, you do. No one notices. You sneak into the room. It smells pretty bad in here, but it is empty.
Yeah, the cloaca odor is just very strong, but I am trying to ignore it. And I'm just grabbing all the shit.
Peak
I'm
man
just
thighs in
getting
there.
all the
Okay.
stuff I can see. Just
Hashtag man thighs.
grabbing. No, don't encourage it. I'm just grabbing all the paperwork, all the stuff, all the shit. I'm just taking
You
off.
do that. You grab as much as you possibly can, while they all go and like, the cleric you can see is casting spells, and the fire is dying down very rapidly, Julio.
Yeah,
You have
I know I don't have much time, so
no
I'm just...
time, really, very little. So this is Humblewood. Yes, Goblin of
Gygaxanor.
Gygaxanor. Of course, Gygaxanor. Yes, Goblin of Gygaxanor. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Random Helician? Number 5, Man Thighs. Thank you for joining us as well. A pleasure to have you both.
That's random Hylian, I believe, based on Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that's better.
Right, random Hylian. One particular Hylian in particular, or just a random one? You can tell I've never played Zelda. Right, so my nerd cred is very low in that regard. Back to pushing people into a lake of
I've
tar.
got you.
Yeah, thank you. And Ralph, do you have Ralph?
Yes, I just say, Ralph, just make sure that boy doesn't get the wrong end of the stick. Just stop him from leaving.
He's like, okay, so what are you going to do with them? There is a rope that Samantha has started to climb.
Yep. Oh, no, I tossed the rope into the top.
So Samantha is...
Actual psychotic. I am so scared right now.
Ereq and Kesh, a small boy. Ralph is 6 seconds away. What do you do?
I have seen this is bringing back there's something in my brain that I have long buried, and oh, please, Kesh, say something, anything, telepathically. Just like...
Is this in your heads? Say.
a message. Not literally, just like, what do I do? I'm gonna just start shooting people. I feel like it's the time.
I do too. Please, end Ereq's reign of terror.
Yeah, can I like grab my bow and like
Yeah, I hand her
shoot
the bow.
this poor woman who is like slowly dying in the tar pit?
Yeah? That's where you're starting?
Damn.
Yes? Yeah, you can. She is restrained, but
Here's
semi-submerged.
Ereq being super efficient with his takedowns.
I mean,
and
look.
here's the rest of the team thinking about morals and ethics.
I'm not thinking about more. I'm thinking about my past morals.
Right.
We should
Actually,
not
I've
have
changed my
given...
mind. Can I shoot the guy that's
God.
like under, like, so, wait. So, Are two of them in the tar pit now, or just one?
Yes, two of them are in the
Two
tar
of them are in the top pit.
Okay.
Nikolai and Samantha, the two who are not charmed, are in the tar pit. Ralph is confused but charmed.
And there's a
then
small
the kid.
child.
And there is
there's
he's
a
15,
small
he's not
Jardine.
that little.
There's a Jardine
Toddler.
boy. This is
Yeah.
He is a Luma, so he's a small person.
Oh, sorry. There's
He's
a
a
Luma.
pigeon.
I would like to tackle him to the ground, please.
Very well, you break your bonds and tackled him to the ground. Make me an athletics check. Grappling is athletics, unfortunately. Kesh.
You know what? At the same time, I will just cast Hold Person at 3rd level for both.
On the people who are drowning.
On the people that aren't drowning, because we're throwing them into the pit afterwards. Josh, get with the program.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bennick. I'm sorry. You cast Hold Person.
Yes.
Goblin of
On the
Gygaxanor, would you
That's
do me
what
the
I-
favor of rolling ! Roll space 20 in chat?
This episode is cursed.
This is the greatest episode we've done. What do you mean?
You're murdering people with a tar pit. There are other options.
For me, a baby druid.
Oh my god. This was a long con for Ereq to finally unleash his chaotic evil side.
Oh, that's good.
It's 17.
What would you prefer me to?
It's
Sneak up
17.
and slit their throats?
One of them resists you. I'm going to say it's Ralph. The other one doesn't.
Great.
Well, I'm tackling the Luma kid
You are.
with a 13.
You do
Well,
it.
he's whole person. You succeed.
paralyzed.
He is rigid. But you
Well, I
tackle him
guess
to the
I
ground,
succeed,
and,
then.
and gruel goes everywhere. And Ralph goes, "Oh, wait,
Oh,
She's
she
free.
got out.
He draws a cutlass and runs towards you, Kesh. Brandishing it, you are rolling on the floor, holding this paralyzed child. Bennick, what do you do? Anything? Ereq? I hesitate to ask. Have you followed him?
Who?
Ralph.
Have
The only-
I?
Yes.
Ralph, don't attack her. I've got her.
Okay. What do you do? You have at most 3 seconds to impress upon him that you do in fact have her. Hey, good, you Mabel.
I go over to Kesh and I do a fake judo chop on her neck, and I say, "I am disarming you."
Oh no, he got me.
Deception check, please, Kesh.
I feel like I'm getting psychic damage from this.
Do I give her advantage for assisting with the performance?
Yeah, why
Natty
not?
20 deception check. Kesh is the best actress.
He goes, oh, nice, good move.
Thanks.
Kesh, you are unconscious on top of this paralyzed boy.
Well,
Bennick, what do you do?
pretending.
Quickly!
Uh,
Ralph is so
Let me-
not thrown in tar right now. What the hell?
I throw Ralph into the tar. Try to.
For real? Love it.
Yes.
An athletics check, please.
Can I just
And-
go like suplex into the tar?
Actually, RJ, yes, none of them have any good charisma yet. But Ereq is consistently convincing people of stuff. Actually, RJ, would you roll me ! Roll space 20 in chat, please? Because Bennick is about to, or an athletics check, just ! Athletics. Not Ralph. Hey, Roro.
I will attempt to suplex Ralph into the.
Roll me that athletics check, Bennick.
That's so good.
18.
I will just. Bro,
Damn.
I will use my inspiration. I'm glad I did not use it then, because I'm
Yeah.
certainly hoping to God I get to suplex a man into a tar pit. It's not, it's fine.
Oh no! No,
That's
he sort of
okay.
he sort of tackles you and he's wrestling with you. He's like, I don't think the indoctrination took on this one either, Mr. Ereq.
Tar pit.
So is Ereq gonna help throw Ralph into the tar pit?
Is Kesh gonna help?
Cash good? Ereq?
Oh. So
Benny,
wait.
stop.
I just freeze in place, just in the position.
Yeah.
Ralph goes, oh, okay. Nice.
You just need to be harsh with them. Bennick, tie up the Luma.
I just go to do that.
What? Yes,
Okay.
you do that.
I go tie up the Luma, who is
Ralph.
currently.
Do you have any rope?
He's like, at my desk, sure. Shall we
Go and grab it for me, will you?
It's the place to be. All the kids are raving about it. 2 of them are dying. 2 of them are very much like starting to drown now. Ralph's like, okay, does so.
Great.
He brings back the rope.
I follow him and then I say, Kesh, would you help me tie up Ralph, please?
Yes.
Kesh gets up,
Yeah.
and having been judo chopped, unconscious.
Yeah, the
Ralph,
cannon, the
you
continuity.
must understand this is a part of our long play to restore the cult to order. Please play along.
So wait, am I going undercover?
Yes, you're going undercover as a person that's been tied up.
Omi, make me an insight check. Ereq, a deception check. I'm almost going to say you don't have advantage on this one. This is such
But
a
my
stupid lie.
spell
Yeah, I
gives
know,
me
it gives you advantage, so it's cancelling that out. So you...
Okay.
You would have disadvantage normally.
A 6.
Oh.
He's like, nah, man, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, okay.
Why
In
are
that
they...
case,
Where's the rope gone?
You have it. That's fine. Just keep holding that. And then
I love that he only got a 7.
Yeah, barely. Kesh, help me out, will you? And then I'm going to cast Primal Savagery and slash him with my claws.
Oh, wow, okay. You do that. Kesh.
Do
what
I
you
surprise him?
Yeah. It's a no, I actually don't think you do.
Yeah.
Do
That's okay. It's an 18 anyway.
An 18 hits.
This
Kesh,
is
I'm gonna
non-lethal.
assume- Sure. Not like all the other stuff you've done.
Yeah, surprising.
yeah, wow. You break character right now, huh?
Kesh, what do you do? For 7 damage. Very well. On
Okay.
the first hit.
So Ralph isn't tied up.
No, he is not. Trish v. Kesh, Jude v. Julio, Ereq v. Nevermore, and Dan just gets to play with himself.
Well,
Many
I'm going to
innuendos
tie
today.
Ralph up.
It's too many.
You're gonna tie him up?
Yes. He's a kid.
No, he's not. Ralph
No.
is a grown-up. It's the other
Oh,
one.
sorry.
It's the other one, yeah. The one that's free.
Sorry, I'm getting so
tying up the kid
confused.
right now.
For some reason, I've decided Ralph is the kid.
Bennick
Ralph
is
is not the
tying
kid.
up the paralyzed one on the ground,
That's the kid.
Yeah.
I am this close to just being like,
throwing him in the tar. I mean, why not? You haven't gotten to throw anyone in the tar yet.
Okay, whoever's closest to me, I'm going to tie up the paralyzed guy and let Ereq deal with the guy who's not paralyzed.
Ereq has
Bennick.
asked for your help with the guy who isn't paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
And Bennick is already tying up the guy.
Tying
who's
up the other guy.
paralyzed.
That's
Okay, cool.
why
He's-
Ereq
he's
has
a
asked
kid.
for your help.
it doesn't.
I will get one of the concealed knives and stab.
Very well, you do that. You do that.
I do that. I'm just going to use my dagger.
Yeah. It is.
make life
That
easy.
is what it is.
19.
You hit.
Did Kesh unattune from her bow when we tied
No.
her up?
No.
Great.
If she takes it back, it's hers again.
Great.
8 damage.
8. You have extra attack and a bonus action because there's an offhand weapon as well if you like. So you can attack twice more. Kesh.
Cool. I stab again. 21.
21. Yeah.
5 points of damage.
7 and 8, 15, 20.
Final stab. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
6 points of damage.
Kesh, how do you do this? Are you non-lethaling this? Ereq was. Are you? He was non-lethally swiping at him with an enormous claw. Are you non-lethally stabbing him in the neck? Yeah, good. All right. You do that. How?
Stab him in the neck.
Join me.
And Bennick throws the child into the tar.
Do it.
He's
I'm so
a
happy
kid,
I'm not
though.
there.
He's a teenager. I don't know.
No, he doesn't know.
I know you're paralyzed, so I'm just gonna cast message. Are you an adult age? Chooses.
And you hear this squeak.
All right.
Can you
cool.
consent to this?
Do you consent to the tar?
Do you consent?
I do
to
not consent to the tar. Please don't put me in the tar, Mr. Bennick, sir.
Why are you with the cult? You know what? As I'm tying you, why are you with the cult?
My parents.
Oh.
Kesh, as you stand up, can you make me a perception check, please?
Deception?
Yeah.
Ruby. And that'd be a 15.
Oh, that was the DC. Kesh, you can see there are 12 prisoners in this cavern so far, with about 36 caverns places for prisoners, but 12 of them are occupied. You see 3 Vulpin, 2 Mapatch, 2 Jerbine, 3 Servan, and 2 Hedge. One of the Servan particularly catches your eye. It is Benna Seridan. And we will leave it there.
Oh, cliffhanger, how dare you!
That's the general, right?
Yes.
Those bastards!
Who supposedly gave the order.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
Well, this
Sugoi.
cult is just rude.
Not Sugoi at all. The opposite of Sugoi, in fact.
Opposite of anti-Sugoi.
Yes, me, I am a monster. There is someone else down there you know as well, and I'm not even going to tell you who yet.
Yes, I'll just
Bennick is
spend
busy,
7
and
days
he's
in
the only
agonizing
person who'd know.
suspense.
Yeah.
If it's AVM teacher, I'm gonna lose my mind.
You don't even know their name. You're so connected. Oh my gosh.
There's so many of them. If it's flamingo person, I'll be like, what the fuck?
It's not flamingo person. Thank you, Tony. I hope you enjoyed. I had a blast. So, I think we should do some favorite moments, don't you? This is what we like to do at the end of our streams, because being a creative is difficult and challenging, and it's something I've borrowed from the Dreaded GM. I'm really fond of it. Yeah, I think it's important to analyze when you've done well, and it's difficult for artists particularly to say, yeah, I am really good at that, I did that really well. So this sort of forces us to do it and listen to other people telling us how good we are. So, guys, who would like to go first with their favorite moment of somebody else? And chat, please throw up your favorite favorite moments in chat if you've got any for people. Bennick, Dan, you meat space boy, what was your favorite moment?
I gotta do it. Ereq pushing people into the top it. Fatality. Let's go.
So we're talking about...
What the fuck?
Kennel Dogwood, thank you for the follow. So we're talking about Ereq. Ereq, other people. Daria, your favorite Ereq moment?
Yeah, I would like to not think of the top it, actually. I have a different favorite moment, which was kind of small, but I don't know, for me, it just stuck out in my mind. When they got to the prison and they were like pushing Kesh along, and Brendan said this like throwaway line, like, I make my hand gentle on her elbow, right, to be a bit supportive in this tiny gesture. I just like that because yes, Ereq was extremely psychotic and scary today, but also he's a very caring dude. So
I really look forward to him rationalizing this to Kesh later when they have a moment to discuss it.
You had so many options and you pushed them into a pit of tar!
Just hope that they don't tell Julio what happened, and he will be like blissfully ignorant about all the things that happened here.
Shasta Diesel, thank you very much for the follow. I think it's Shasta Diesel. Excellent name. Also, welcome Chaotic Platypus. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Favorite moments up in chat, please. We call that an environment kill. Will the tar pit be returning? We'll be returning to the tar pit, I think.
The tar pit is the MVP.
Yeah. Karen.
I loved it when Ereq worked out he could give himself extra charisma and Julio extra stealth. But before that, Julio being like, it's like, I'm just one person. You're in charge of 3 people, and instead of being like, that's very noble, Julio is like, well, now I feel like I'm under pressure.
My favorite.
It was a non-obvious response to that situation, and I appreciated it.
My favorite Ereq moment was, it's a little thing, but I really enjoyed it. The fireball in the hiney, or the patootie. Actually, it would have to be the patootie, was my favorite. I slam it into his patootie. He's just all about the ass, and that's okay. Ereq, your favorite self-moment?
He's a tail man.
Yeah.
And this is going to lead into my favorite Kesh moment, so maybe we can use this as a bit of a transitional period.
Well, then, if you're going to do that, I will just read Bishop Blood's favorite moment for Ereq, when Ereq orchestrated the creation of the A-Team's new Season 4 villains, Legion of Doom, baby!
Yes.
No.
I liked successfully charming someone for once. That conversation with Ralph was really interesting, and I really liked how Ereq and Kesh together were kind of working off of their dynamic to get as much information as they could.
Yeah.
That was.
DM frantically thought of a reason not to give you everything.
Yeah. I'm like, we're almost near the end of the season, surely. I liked facilitating that. And I liked Kesh fishing for the name for Lamar's name, and then the line that I wrote as my favorite was that two-faced birdie bastard.
Yeah.
I try.
Amazing. Let's talk about Kesh then, seeing as that's who we're on now. Favorite Kesh moments, and favorite Kesh moments up in chat, please. I loved Kesh's indecision. I often enjoy it when Kesh is indecisive, and I know it's not just because Karen is indecisive, but also just because Kesh, it would be. She is a reformed bad person, and is valiantly trying to be reformed, and around Ereq, that's really hard. I loved it. I thought it was like, what do we do? And it would also be my favorite, like, Bannock moment. Is like, I don't know. He seems fine. He's just pushing people into the tar. Like, what do we do? Just let him. I don't want to get anywhere near him right now. This is terrifying. I loved it. I love both of you. That was great. Dan, favorite Karen moment?
I'm trying to pinpoint like a particular moment during the walk. Like, I just love the little jabs that you get to be like, I'm a prisoner. Fuck you, spit on the ground. Really keep at it. You almost had him. Ow, man.
I have a couple of self-favorite moments, but first up, I was quite proud of myself when I was like, I want to be able to break my hands free with the rope, because I could have just asked to be tied up, but I was just like, no, I want to be tied up in a way that I can escape, and I love that panned out.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like it.
I enjoyed that. I was quite proud.
Moonfish Pixel, a third raid for this evening. Moonfish Pixel, thank you so much for the raid.
Hello.
We are,
Wow.
and we don't know Moonfish Pixel either. Thank you so
Love
much
the
for
name.
the raid. Great,
Good name.
Let us find out what Moonfish Pixel was doing this evening. We are doing our favorite moments. at Moonfish Pixel. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey!
Splendid. I hope you had a great game. We had a great game. A lot of people were pushed into tar. Well, 2, but that feels like a lot. So we're talking
I
our
had
favorite
2
moments
nickels.
now. It's something we like to do at the end of the session to tell each other how we did good and what things were good and funny and fun and, well, good character moments as well. Does anybody else have some favorite Kesh moments?
Me.
Yeah.
So obviously, I really liked the spitting on the ground and the whole kind of "how dare you." The whole thing was great. But I also liked that Kesh decided, like, yeah, there's like a magic bow, but I'm gonna tackle people to the ground, and just rush towards this teenager who doesn't know anything. Like the unneeded aggression in the room today was surprising.
Kesh's brain is like, dear God, don't let him toss the kid into the tar pit.
Lay on top, yeah, like a grenade.
That is a child.
End Time Heresy, thank you so much for joining us. Hi there and greetings from Germany. Enjoy your day. We have a very international audience today. Thank you very much.
Does that
anybody
mean
else?
we're breaching the Geneva Conventions?
You definitely
them
are.
know.
Don't
You
bring
said
everybody
you
else
know.
into this. Kesh just stabbed a guy in the neck.
Look, at least he was an adult.
I did
I wasn't even a
consent.
witness.
He was about to put me in a prison suspended over a tar pit.
I only pushed adults into the pit. I
And
want to
the
be
rope.
really clear about that.
Oh yeah,
And
no, that's
also,
better.
what's the hierarchy of death here? So we could have spent like 3 actions.
I feel like
there's
drowning
training
in a bit of
attacks back
tar.
and forth.
I feel like
and
drowning in a
I
bit
could
of
have gotten
tar is
attacked.
worse.
You could have gotten attacked. They would have died like by 1,000 cuts. Or just one simple action.
Yeah, and then they
Into the
drown
tar.
slowly, and then there's the rope, and they're hoping that maybe this is a mistake and they can get out and their friends can save them, and then the
Wait,
rope
let's
falls,
not
and then they
relieve
continue
it.
drowning slowly in a pit. No, let's not belabor this point any further.
Yeah,
Listen,
let's leave.
I'm all
it be.
about strategic use of resources, okay? And
Look,
as
fair.
I'm
It doesn't
concerned,
use
that was
any spell
resource
slots.
sufficient.
So are they. That's why they... Yeah. Look, it was neatly circumvented the problem that you saw, which was roasting the prisoners alive. Good job, Ereq.
Thank you.
Kesh, favorite self moment?
I've already done one, but I do have another one, and it was when Ereq karate chopped me in the head, and
Yes.
I'm like, oh, he got me!
It's quite an ethical topic.
And then I got a dirty 20 for my acting skills because
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Hawk99 or Thork99, thank you very much for the follow. Julio, favorite self moment?
Oh, well, I
Cutting
really
to the
liked
other half
that
of the party.
I really liked that I was able to successfully intimidate someone using cooking utensils.
Yes.
I was so happy that natural 20 just aligned perfectly with the
Yes.
idea, because I always love taking like instruments or what's the word, craftsmanship,
An unusual
tools,
proficiency and then
artisan-
getting usage out of
artisan
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that for roleplay, but when it like comes into play actually, I just beautiful.
Yeah. No, and Chef's Kiss, that was a solid work on your part there. My favorite you moment was a really little thing. And it was a tiny bit of like toxic masculinity coming in, like, are you prepared to dress up like a girl? And you were like, fuck yeah, I am. And you just did it. And like Julio, because my vibe on Julio was a little bit toxic. Like he's a little bit hyper masculine. And he's like totally fine with it. Not a
He's
problem.
just short. He's
Yeah.
just short.
Oh no.
Bishop Blood, favorite
I'm
Julio.
gonna
I
get
really liked when
severely
Julio was just
cancelled.
waiting and watching two birds going at it, like just sitting in a movie.
Oh. No, that false lies, slander.
No, I
This
really
was
liked.
not it.
I really liked Mary as this persona that you put on and utilized it really well. It was an offhand comment. It's like this was a female just being dressed like a woman, and you're like, fine, that works for me. And you did the hair, your toupee. I didn't realize that was a toupee. I thought he just had hair.
Yeah.
No other
was a
animal
reveal.
has hair.
Right. Amazing. Anybody else? Favorite moments?
Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
enjoyed the relentless assault on mechs in that first fight.
Yes. Yep.
It's the little things, you know.
Which I will just jump on now, and the whole, yes, I'll flirt with this Jabin, but also just as I'm flirting, just like nimbly jump and without looking, kill a dude, and then come back down. Be like, yes, everything's fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
Julio, in some ways, I think was the MVP of this session.
That's it.
While the three of us were in the prison messing around with these three guards, Julio was solid snaking around the entire rest of the compound, sussing out every building, honing in on the place which has the documents, being a little bit of a perv, and then just going straight to the kitchen, knowing exactly what to do, and causing a great distraction for him to just go in and get what he needed. I think Julio was super effective.
Julio just
a little
nailed
bit
it.
of a perv. Hello, Mr. Pot. Hello, Mr. Kettle.
Yes, and I feel validated.
You are so happy that Julio accidentally saw someone having the tails
Fun
jiggle.
times.
Let's just say that. Yeah.
Listen, Ereq asks harmlessly about someone's tail. Suddenly he's a tail fetishist.
Yep.
Julio sits and watches 2 hours going at it.
Calmly
that's just
throws
going
two
like this.
people in a tar pit, and then he's a murderer all of a sudden.
The double standard.
Any other favorite Julio moments, or shall we proceed to Bennick?
Oh,
Cool. Let's proceed to Bennick. Favorite Bennick
Okay.
moments.
I will definitely say I loved that he asked the kid, like, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
what's up with you? I love that.
What's your deal? I really liked his deceiving the guy at the front gate. Oh no, I've got to lie. Well, yeah, and I think favorite little bit of that was definitely trying not to be pushed over. And then when he failed so badly, he's like, "That's okay. He's also a jock. That's all right. Jocks can push over jocks. That's okay."
it's part of the fun. It's part of the ribbing.
Yeah, bro. All right. Anybody else?
of just Bennick frantically messaging Kesh like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And they're just like, "I don't know. He's pushing people into a tar pit. There's no training for this."
I really liked the moment of trying to suplex Ralph into the tar, which I'm gonna just say again, Ralph, who was under my charm, who we could have just tied up.
Could have.
It wasn't necessary to throw him in the tar.
Now we can just tie people up.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
A lot of finger pointing for Ereq.
Yes.
But no, that I want to suplex someone into the tar pit was amazing.
I can't
like, I'll
disagree
put-
on
yeah.
that one.
And also, actually, I will throw in, with this deception, Ereq was definitely the face and the mouth of it, but just as Kesh did, Bennick did a great job of kind of responding and helping to sell that illusion. So,
No
yeah.
small parts.
All right.
Yeah.
And in fact, I would. Dan, favorite self moment.
I was gonna do two things. First, I like the little inner monologues I can get in because I can't talk. I shouldn't talk. The like the stress in his brain, and then being able to share that stress because of like just walking in silence for God knows how long. It felt like forever for Benik to just get to the prison, and then it like basically blowing over when people got pushed into tar. To Kesh and being like, you get to hear the 200% stress and be like, what are we doing? And at the start to just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna stack these bodies in the cave. We're not using this cave again, right?
I loved it because I wasn't certain exactly what you meant by that. It was like, we're not going to use this cave again. Shall I stack them? Shall I not? Like, are we going to want these bodies? I'm hungry.
No, I meant we're staying in the cave.
Yeah, that last 30 seconds felt like 3 hours. I mean, at this rate, there's going to be an awful lot of people in Tar, and you're going to have buildings upstairs you can use. So yeah, probably not. Is the plan to just slowly lure them down one at a time?
No, we unleash the
Wait a
prison,
minute! Why is he in
storm the
Anyway, I have a favorite party moment, which is a first. But I just want to give a special nod to all of you because I think all 4 of you worked really well together. Like there was an awful lot of this is what I'm doing. I will help with that. That's something I'm really good at. Like the tying Kesh's hands, the fixing Ereq's cloak. Julio going, I'll do that, and then Kesh going, I can help with that, and just there was so many people who were just like, I will help and do that, and it makes sense that I could do that. There was also really loved, just generally, there was a lot of the dice agreeing with the direction the story was going. I do love it when the digital randomizer, or in my case, the actual physical dice, agree with the story that we're trying to tell. I did not have to fudge a single roll. I rarely do, but I want on record I did not have to fudge a single roll today. It was so cool. I freaking loved it.
excellent rolls from chat as well.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes.
we
Thank
should
you,
go
chat.
away from here now because we've been streaming for a good long while.
Yeah, you did not roll high enough on stealth. Let's just be honest.
All right, tell me if I'm good.
You are incredibly good. I did not expect to see 2 birds bonking. Yet here I am in the middle of my stealth mission, very stressful, being like, oh no. I think that was a funny moment of levity. I like that. Not the bonking, the levity.
Yeah. I just tried 3 times to write ! Stealth in chat. I wrote ! Seef. Then I wrote stealth without an ! Third time I got lucky, but I rolled a 4. I did not do very well in stealth. So, yes, thank you. 2 birds bonking. 1 in the tree.
Yes.
2 birds, 1 bonking. Hey, that's insane.
That's
say
I'll
that.
myself up.
I'm going to say what I just thought.
I really liked the set piece of the prison. I thought that was very cool.
Ain't it cool?
Yeah, the stalactite prisons suspended over the tar pit was very good. I don't know if you expected us to utilize the tar pit in the way that we did.
Nope.
But it provided to be really efficient and effective. So, but no, that was a very cool and insidious kind of set piece. So thank you for that.
I loved watching your face when Brendan charmed Ralph, and then trying not to answer all the questions.
Yeah.
I appreciated the kind of the way you handled that.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're like, I don't want to give all the secrets away. That's no fun for anybody. But
He
you
also wouldn't have known
acknowledged
all of
that-
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I thought you balanced that really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you're right. It's charm person is not tell me all the secrets of the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
It's a
was
level
that
of
very
respect.
good. Yeah.
My favorite moment, I think it happened a few times this session, but I can pinpoint like one specific moment as like an example. But like having multiple failure states before it's fucked. Like the example is convincing Mr. Man Thighs.
Yes.
Yes, canon.
Strig Manthighs.
Strig Man Thighs. We were like on the straight and cultist narrow. And then like Ereq failing the deception check and then it being like, and now we handball it to Bennick, who is actually the worst. And we're like, oh no, it's up to me now. And if I fail this, then it's probably like, we're donezo. But we don't know what's there. But we had like there was consequences to failure, but it wasn't like, and that's it. There was no go. Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah, my favorite moment was I involved chat a lot today, and I really enjoyed being able to do that. I love having that rapport with chat and having that sort of that being able to utilize chat in that manner. I rolled fewer dice than chat did, and that's really cool, and it's my favorite thing about Twitch. But for a personal fave, I did not name Nikolai, Samantha, and Ralph prior to the session. I made up more than a dozen NPC names this afternoon. Those three were not among them. I'm very, very proud of my prison. I came up with the idea while I was driving home from work one night, and I was like, oh, that. It's called the Smoldering Delve, and it's a really, really nasty place to be in prison, but also a really effective prison. You don't even need gates. Like, if they like, here you go, here's your lunch, there you are, bye, and what are they going to do? If they are aggressive with you, I'm not going to feed you anymore. There's really nothing the people can do. So yeah, it makes sense, and it's a neat prison. But yeah, I liked. I think I said it. We have a couple more in chat. Favorite DM and love the reveal that the B team is set in Grumblewood. But yeah, no, that was it. I really liked the personalities I was able to give those three on the fly. My favorite me moment in one particular bit was how I dealt with the pair of 16s. And like he beat it, but only by one. So I'll give you he's up for taking one prisoner, and the other Nikolai is good. Nikolai is all good, but Samantha, yeah, that one, she is dodge and very violent. So yeah, that was my favorite self moment if I had to pick up a single one. And actually, RJ says a stellar role playing all round. Really, the dice are only a teeny part of RP. The cast did great. I agree completely. I just love it when the dice agree too. So we should go away from here now because we have been streaming for a gosh darn while. But before we do that, we have to thank a few people. I need to thank my stellar and amazing cast. I need to thank our 3 raiding channels. Thank you so much to LeBuffin, to Nerds of the West. Reese, thank you, you bloody champion. And finally to Moonfish Pixel. That was it. Thank you very much, all 3 of you. You absolute champions, you. What a legend, guys! Please go and check out Moonfish Pixel. Nerds of the West do board games and card games and video games on stream. Really, really good channel. Very good friends. And LeBuffin is a D&D person as well, and she reviews things on YouTube. Just topped 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is very cool, I believe. So yeah, awesome person, very good, can recommend much. Wow. Other than that, I need to thank Sirenscape for the music that is currently gracing your ear holes. They are great people. Check out sirenscape.com. You get the first month free, and it's dead handy. The subscription is pretty affordable anyway, and you can pipe music through to the ears of your players on different sides of the world. Actually, I don't think Daria can hear the music, but
most of us can hear the music.
Oh, you can? Okay, good. I wasn't certain if you were logged in today. Cool, excellent. Then you can. That's how good Sirenscape is. Check that out. Other than that, who else do I need to thank? We need to thank Serum76, who made our overlay. We need to thank Daria for our artwork.
Thank you, Riska.
Thank Iriska for the tail action. Thanks, Siri. Thank Papa Siri. Hello. Yes. And we shall go away from here now. Guys, tell me who the absolute heck you are. Let's work in reverse order. Dan, Meat Space Boy. Who the heck are you?
That's me. Hi, I am Dan in the Meat Space, Dear in the Cyberspace. I hope that you were spared today by the tar fatalities. aside from that. And I hope that you have a great time, because otherwise I'm just lurking, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much, Dan. Daria, who the absolute heck are you?
Yes, Daria, that's me. I'm an artist. I did the portraits and the emotes for the channel. If you need arts, I can do that. Also, I play on the Eldritch Scribe Twitch channel on Mondays. We also do some D&D there. And I was very happy to play today. It was very, very fun.
Good sesh. Karen, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Karen. I am the other person behind Corsair's Cove. I am a performer, a writer. I do puppets sometimes. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother O'Bunnies. You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Lolamore, and you can listen to my dulcet tones on the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons, where I play a very terrifying, but really she's quite sweet dragonborn called Rowland Westfall. I also do one-on-one D&D with Josh on Monday nights here on Corsair's Cove, and I am completely blanking on who I'm playing D&D with on Saturday morning. Josh, who was it?
Oh, GM's Workshop. Karen is playing on GM's Workshop.
Thank you. Yes, I will be on GM's Workshop, 9 a.m. WA time this Saturday morning.
Yeah,
if anyone
exciting
wants to check
stuff.
that out.
Brendan, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I am Brendan. I'm an actor and director here in Perth. I am enjoying streaming D&D. I'm only here on this channel. I want to say thank you to chat. The fact that we have such an active chat, a group of really funny and great people, is why we are able to do so much audience interaction. So I really want to acknowledge that, and want to say to everyone watching, be kind to yourself and love yourself. And if you don't be kind to yourself, then a crow man will sneak up behind you and push you into a pit of tar.
Yeah. Solid.
That's an incentive.
Solid message for life. Absolutely. And Madame Monsieur, Dame under Heron, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D. Except when I don't, when my lovely wife and partner in crime, the Mother of Bunnies, runs D&D, and I just get to play in it. Yes, you can also find me on the 5e D&D podcast There Be Dragons. It's a fantasy gunpowder setting in which I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scans Felspar und his little dragon Rush. Beyond that, I will be on Phoenixy Wacky on Friday night for some one-shot roulette, which is extremely fun. I'm very excited. I've never played one-shot roulette before. I am playing a 2 levels cleric, 2 levels artificer, 1 level druid with a charisma of 21.
Damn,
and a dexterity of 6 because the stats were randomized. It's fun. It was con, but I was allowed to swap, so I swapped Dex and Con, because having a con of 6 meant that I was a level 5 character with 18 hit points. And I was just like, so glass cannon, because he had like 17 strength, 17 Dex, 6 con. Then 13 intelligence, 19 wisdom, 21 charisma. His stats are ridiculous. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I will also be playing on Ardana later in the month, the 29th. And we've got quite a bit coming up here on Corsair's Cove. Karen and I will actually be doing a little bit of a hiatus of Mano a Mano. It will not be next Monday, because next Monday, the Of Fox and Fire crew will be coming back. Skittles Penny Cosplay, nice to thank you for the follow.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, the monsters, the Flocks and Fire crew are coming back for a 2-shot on Monday night, and then we are recommencing their campaign for Monday night. So for the next 12 weeks, it'll be Flocks and Fire on Monday night, except it's not. We're going to call it something slightly different. And Mano a Mano will be shifting around a little bit. Next week, it will be on Wednesday night, probably around 8:30 starting time, because I have class that night. But then that Thursday we will have more Humblewood Monsters of Magic. We will find out what to do, what happened with all the tar. Then we will be back Monday night the following for more Humblewood. Then Wednesday that week we will be having a Humblewood one-shot all of this is still in this world, but with brand new characters. Roro from chat will be joining us. Jack O'Brien from Roll for Damage will be joining us for that. Swag from Phoenix Wacky will be joining us for that. And who was the fourth? There was a fourth. Oh, Mitch. The big Viking Mitch himself will be joining us as well. Mitch is going to be playing a new character because he's normally Nevermore, but he will be playing a new Humblewood character in that world. It is set in the Humblewood version of Barovia. That one shot, which is very exciting. And then, yes, more Humblewood that following Thursday night. That is 6 Humblewood episodes in the next 15 days, if you count tonight. Starting tonight, you get 5 more in the next 14 days. Insanity. You are very lucky. You are very welcome. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. So much Humblewood. Josh, almost too much. There's also going to be Tactics Tuesdays. Brendan will be joining me for one of them, and Castellan will be joining me for the other. So next week is Castellan, the week after, Brendan. I'm very excited for both of those. It's going to be a dope fortnight, guys. I really hope you come and join us on Courses. Go for it. Is there anything else I need to say or do? We do. There is one more thing we need to talk about. Karen, can you tell me about Ukraine?
Yes. Ukraine is metaphorically being pushed into a tar pit by Russia, which it does not appreciate. So if you would like to create a metaphorical rope to help them get out of the tar pit, you can donate to the emergency action appeal in chat. The Australian government has pledged $2 million to this group of charities and not-for-profits to help Ukrainian refugees. So if you have some spare pennies rattling around your digital wallets, please follow that link and donate what you can. They really appreciate it.
Marvelous. And thank you very much, Karen. We are 5 followers off 300. Just FYI. And we will be raiding Phoenixy Wacky because John is a very good friend and a lovely guy. They are playing. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. It might be Barovia and Beyond. I think it's Barovia and Beyond with Bjorn, Esmeralda, and Asara. So that's very exciting. We will, John. It is their 2-year birthday coming up very, very soon on Friday. Actually, RJ, thank you for the follow. It's 4. We will be doing my traditional everybody gets inspiration if we get to 300. So we will start that raid up now, guys. Throw your favorite raid emotes in chat. Tell John where you came from. Show him the love. They are lovely people over there. And we will hopefully see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Farewell, fellows.